You can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. And by Radio Shack, official sponsor of Major League Baseball. 72-year-old Jack McKeon, his first trip to the postseason as a skipper, and his Marlins facing an elimination game as they did on Sunday in Florida, and came away with a 4-0 win behind Josh Beckett. The Marlin lineup brought to you by State Farm. Juan Pierre in center, Luis Castillo at second, Ivan Rodriguez catching. Miguel Cabrera again in right, Derek Lee at first, Mike Lowell at third, a ladder third at Jeff Conine, Alex Gonzalez, and Carl Pavano in place of Brad Penny. And on the mound for the Cubs, an 18-game winner during the regular season, 2-0 in the postseason, right-hander Mark Prior.
This is the do-it-all guy for this Cubs, the right guy for the job in Game 6 to win it all. He's a control freak. He puts the ball almost where he wants it, anytime he wants it. Mid-90s fastball, good movement on it, and he's got tremendous poise out there for a young kid. Just a year and a half in the major leagues, and flat out the ace of this staff, and this is a staff with Kerry Wood on it.
Al Leiter, you talked about it. You pitched in Game 7 of the 1997 World Series. Right now, Mark Prior's on the mound. You said earlier there's no debate about it. He is nervous. What exactly does he need to think about? What does he need to do to win this Game 6 and end the series?
To focus on Pierre and the Marlin lineup. The nervousness is good. Obviously, you drive off of that and off, so it feeds off of your aggressive nature. But you have to focus back to what matters. And what he has control of is when he gets the ball in his hand to execute a hitter's weakness. And that's to look at Pierre right now and just constantly focus on executing pitches and don't allow the exterior distractions of what might happen at the end of this game affect what he does right here on this very pitch.
Tonight's game also available in Spanish by utilizing the SAP button on your television. We are set to go. Temperatures expected to get down in the low 40s. We got a great deal of rain during the day today. The field is very wet, especially the outfield. Juan Pierre digging in. First pitch swinging, fouls it out of play, strike one, and we are underway. Pierre, 5 hits and 23 at bats during this LCS, with only 1 stolen base in 3 attempts. The Marlins trying to score a first inning run for the first time in this series. 0-2. And Jack McKeon told us earlier, Steve, it is very important, he believes, to get on the board first for the first time.
Well, the top of that order is what's done it for him all year long, Pierre and Castillo. Unfortunately for the Florida Marlins, you're looking for a guy on the mound that struggles in the first inning. That ain't Mark Prior.
Popped up short left field, and Alex Gonzalez out to get it. A very late arriving crowd here at Wrigley Field. Still a number of empty seats, which is quite surprising. Undoubtedly, they will fill up soon. The Cubs defensively have Alou in left, Lofton in center, Sammy in right. Aramis Ramirez, Alex Gonzalez on the left side, Mark Grzelcyk, and Randall Simon on the right, with a battery of Prior and Paul Bacco. Now Luis Castillo, only 4 hits in 20 at bats with a run batted in. He looks at a strike.
Opposing hitters against Prior in the first inning hit just 187.
Prior yet to throw a pitch out of the strike zone. 5 pitches, 5 strikes.
Well, generally control and your ability to put the ball in the zone has some bearing on where your mind is. And obviously with what you just said, Tom, it doesn't seem like he's affected a whole lot right now.
Slapped into left center field. It'll fall in a base hit for Luis Castillo. He's a 1-out base runner. It is interesting to note that the first game that Prior started in this series, the Cubs won the game 12-3. They gave Prior an early 8-0 lead. But if you take away the pitcher spot, the Marlin lineup in that game collected 8 hits in 28 at bats. That's a .350 batting average with 2 doubles and 2 home runs.
You also have to remember too that, I mean, here's a guy that rarely throws his changeup, but in that game threw a lot of changeups. I mean, he was experimenting out there. He was playing around. Here you're talking about a league championship series with the big lead, and he's out there working on his changeup. That's a nice luxury to have.
Like Rodriguez, a breaking ball, checked his swing. They appeal. He didn't go around, and it's ball 1 to Rodriguez. 7 hits and 20 at-bats, 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in, including the National League Division Series, 14 RBIs. But look what he's done in the Marlin wins in the postseason. 3 homers, 12 batted in, only 2 RBIs in their losses.
Not too many people are going to catch up with that pitch. Good riding high fastball up in the strike zone. A high fastball always looks better to a hitter because he sees it better. Fortunately for the hitter, usually has a few more miles an hour on it when it's up there, and your eyes light up, but you can't catch up.
Breaking ball and a good one by Pryor. 1-2.
And because of that last pitch that Pudge swung at 95 near his neck, that's what made him commit on that curveball in the dirt. They have to commit a little sooner, especially with somebody who throws as hard as Pryor. Everything starts a little sooner.
Came back with a fastball again, and this time Pudge lays off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just underway, a 1-out single by Luis Castillo after Pierre popped up to begin the ball game.
Larry Rothschild often talks about how easy Pryor throws the ball, how fluid and easy his motion is, and for a hitter, what that does to you is the ball gets on you so much quicker. The ball explodes late. Ball's coming at you, you feel like you got a beat on, and next thing you know, it's by you with exploding action on every one of his pitches at the end.
I.e. Mariano Rivera. Still 2-2 on Ivan Rodriguez. That ball fouled off into the stands directly behind the plate, and it hit someone, and the medical people here at Wrigley Field immediately rushing over to try and bring some help. Hopefully that fella's all right. Two, and you would suspect Castillo will be running on the pitch here.
Pudge generally put the ball in play. Castillo with great speed over at first base.
That guy who throws a lot of strikes. 50 walks in 211 innings.
3-2 on Rodriguez. Runner goes. Breaking ball is high, and the Marlins have 2 on with 1 out here in the opening inning against Pryor. Pryor got ahead of Pudge Rodriguez in that at-bat, and the at-bat got away from the 23-year-old right-hander.
Quite a bit of respect right there for Rodriguez. You get a 3-2 breaking ball when you know that the runner's running. Looked like he was trying to get the strikeout right there, and not really worrying about what Castillo was going to be doing.
Now the 20-year-old Miguel Cabrera, called up from Double-A Carolina on June the 20th. Hit a game-winning home run his major league debut. And in the postseason, since starting 0 for 9 in the Giants series, has 12 hits in his last 25 at-bats. First pitch swinging, fly ball into right center field and playable for Lofton. Castillo will tag up and he'll advance on to third, 2 away in the inning. A little surprised Cabrera first pitch swinging there after the bout of wildness, if you will, from Pryor in the Pryor at bat.
Well, I was just thinking that what he's thinking up there is Pryor is not a wild pitcher, does not have a history of being wild, and if you walk a guy in front of me, I'm thinking if you're Pryor, you're going to come right at me and throw a strike first pitch. I'm jumping all over it.
Well, also, too, this ended up being a backup slider slurve curve, and Cabrera's very aggressive. He's shown that he's swinging. And as a result of that looking like a fastball out of his hand, he was out in front.
Yep, and leaning out in front, too.
It's been a rough series for Derek Lee. Only 3 hits and 22 at-bats with a home run. Fastball inside.
Yeah, that's what happens to you when you think at the plate sometimes, Tommy. It doesn't help you. Cabrera goes up there looking first pitch fastball, doesn't get it, but still swings. And Pryor saying, you don't think I'm just going to flip a get me over fastball to you just because I walked that last guy.
Swung on and fouled out of play. Well, this postseason has been ugly for Derek so far. 9 games, only 1 home run and 3 runs batted in. It's interesting to note, however, that the 3 hits in this series 2 of them came against Mark Pryor, including his only home run of the postseason.
And defensively, you have plus fastball staff, and generally Lee likes the ball down out over the plate, and they've been tying him up. They've been pitching him great.
Fastball up and in. He fouled it back 1-2.
He has been a lot closer in this series to getting better at swinging the bat. He's not far away now. We saw him foul a few pitches straight back. He fouled that one straight back. Unfortunately, you never get a break in this starting rotation. You're starting to feel good, and then who do you get to face? Pryor, and then Wood tomorrow if needed.
What you doing, Brian?
I'm just putting my name and address in these bottles and sending them out to sea. Hopefully someone will find them and contact me someday.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Why? Why do you torture me, Brian Henderson of 12 Maple Lane?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Brian. Oh, nice to meet you.
Wow! With Dish Network Satellite TV, you get the lowest all-digital price in America every day. Just $24.99 a month for over 50 top digital channels. A price that's guaranteed through January 2005. Order today and get a free 3-room satellite TV system with free installation. That's right, satellite TV in 3 rooms of your home free. Want more? Call and ask how you can get 3 free months of our most popular value pack with HBO and Cinemax. Call 1-800-WILD-DISH or visit Radio Shack, Sears, or a local participating retailer.
You live a lot of your life between 0 and 55. No one understands that like your State Farm agent. That's why more people insure their cars with us than anyone else. Because we think car insurance should be as much about you as it is about your car.
Hello?
Hey, honey. Now, don't forget to pick up the dog.
Me? Forget?
Now there's a phone you can use as a wireless or as a walkie-talkie.
Hey, Gina, when do we record? Noon. Oh, thanks.
Now at Radio Shack, get a Verizon Wireless Motorola V60P, a push-to-talk wireless phone for just $149.99.
Hey, Vanessa.
Rick, you didn't remember.
Delivery, Miss Williams.
That's,
Oh.
Radio Shack.
Dusty Baker trying to get a team to the World Series for the 2nd consecutive year. He did so with the Giants last season. A starting lineup brought to you by State Farm. Kenny Lofton in center. Mark Resolana gets second. Sammy Sosa in right. Moises Alou in left. Aramis Ramirez at third. Randall Simon at first. A ladder third of Alex Gonzalez, Paul Bacco, and Mark Pryor. And on the mound, the 27-year-old Southington, Connecticut native Carl Pavano, who has pitched out of the bullpen during the entire postseason, during the division series and this LCS. His first postseason start here tonight. And here for strike 1 to Kenny Lofton.
Yeah, there's the numbers on the season, and I think Al Leiter had it right. This guy is a stud out there when he's on. He's nervous, but I don't think his knees are shaking. He's ready for this start and an outstanding season.
And there's Lofton again. He floats one into right field, a leadoff base hit.
That was a split finger. Split finger changeup. Just went down and got it.
Lofton stayed with it pretty good. Just looped it into right field. Didn't try to do a whole lot with it. Kenny Lofton, 12 home runs on the season, but you never think of him as a power threat, really. Just trying to put the ball in play.
Dusty Baker said he would try to play for an early run, play a little small ball. Let's see if Bresolanic is up there to bunt him over. Mark only 4 of 23 in the LCS. Puts down the bunt perfectly. He will advance a runner.
Nice job. This is what the Cubs have done so well in this series, either at home or on the road. Get on the board first somehow. We talked about Mark Pryor being a guy that does not struggle in the first inning. Pavano does. Opposing hitters versus Pavano in the first inning hit .328 with 3 home runs, and Sammy Sosa is a .455 career hitter against Pavano with 2 home runs as well.
Lofton at second, 1 away, and here's Sammy. Ball 1 low and away. Lofton has reached base in the first inning in now 3 of the first 5 games leading up to tonight, so 4 out of 6. All 3 times he got on base in the first inning in this series, he scored a run. Fouled away, and that foul tip got a piece of Punch Rodriguez.
Ball gets fouled off your foot in a game like this, it's going to bark at you a little bit more than down in South Florida where it was warm. Down and away from Sammy, and he just got underneath the foot protector on that shin guard. They got him right on the inside part of the big toe on his right foot. Well, that's going to take a long time to walk off. Not freezing out here tonight. Crisp. That hurts.
Tools of ignorance.
You got that right. Look at the scouting report on Carl Pavano. Sinker, slider, split, also throws a changeup. Fastball is the key to all those other pitches. He's got to be able to establish that sinking fastball so that he can throw everything else. And they say he gets in trouble when he starts to yank his pitches, when he overthrows and hooks the ball and pulls everything down and away to the right-handed hitters, like that pitch that he just threw to Sosa.
Lofton at second, 1 away. 1-1 to Sammy Sosa here in the opening inning. Fastball paints the outside corner, a strike. Mike Riley, the home plate umpire, joined by Jerry Crawford, Chuck Merriweather, Field and Culbreth, Mike Everett down the left field line, and Larry Poncino down the right field line. Those are the numbers Steve was talking about a moment ago. Sosa against Pavano. Sosa with runners in scoring position during this postseason. A .364 batter with 2 home runs. One, the dramatic home run in game 1 in the bottom of the 9th to tie it. Had a good rip there and fouled it back.
That is a moment when a starting pitcher just says, wow, made a mistake there and I got away with it. He tried to come in. He was actually a good idea. Come inside. He went 3 down and away. Sammy swung at 1 and a good paint. That's supposed to be inside. Sammy really should have waffled it based on its location.
Served into right field. It will fall. A base hit. Lofton will score. Sosa to second, and the Cubs lead 1-0.
That is a great at-bat because that's how they're going to try to get Sammy out. They don't think he can hit a good fastball. We've talked about that all series, but they're also going to try to get him out with breaking balls off the plate away. That's a fastball away, another one down and away that got pudged. Same pitch one more time, as Al talked about. Tried to go in and miss, but now they say hit slider away and he won't reach it. He did reach it. Good job of hanging in there and kind of thinking along with the pitcher.
Cubs again score in the opening inning, and you see what Sosa has done when it counts in this series thus far. Moises Alou, the batter, and the former Marlin, looks at ball 1 away. Alou 6 of 21 in the series with a home run and 3 batted in. Cubs have now outscored the Marlins 12-0 in the first inning in this series. The 8 runs scored for Kenny Lofton ties an NLCS record. One of those names, Will Clark, of course, in 1989 for the Giants against the Cubs. The last time the Cubs played an LCS.
They have pitched Moises Alou very tough in this series.
Watch out, Sammy.
I think it's a big mistake if they think they can come in on him. They've stayed away from him very well. They've gone away, 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 and when he starts thinking out there, they've been able to bust him inside off the plate. They try to come in. We talked about this before. I think he has the quickest hands of any guy in that Cub lineup.
Roll up the third base line. Lowell will let it go foul.
Talking along the line with his quick hands. That was a fastball away, 90, and he pulled it.
Tried to pull it, yeah.
So you talk about quickness. It actually hurt him in that sense because it's probably a pitch he would have liked to have gone up the middle.
They've done a good job of just doing the opposite of what Moises has been thinking. If he's looking away, they've busted him in. If he's been trying to pull the ball, they've stayed away very well with him. Actually pitched him very carefully. I think they want to miss anywhere on the inner half to Moises Alou for as strong as he is and as quick as he is inside.
Sosa at second, one out. Down and away, 3-1.
If you're Pavano, you have to think that this one run isn't just one run. Against Pryor, it could be a loss. Fastball hitter, it's not such a bad idea. If you go off speed, you walk him. You got the double play in order with Ramirez.
Ball caught the outside corner, and Alou disagrees. Full count.
You can see, watch the way Alou kind of pulls out a little bit. See that front shoulder go and the hip go? He's wanting to put everything that way towards left field. He's really kind of pulling out a little bit too much, trying to pull.
If Pavano can duplicate that pitch, he throws it again.
Ground ball in the hole. Gonzalez will not even attempt the throw. That'll be an infield hit for Alou, and Sosa stays at second base. Ramirez, 5 of 19 in the series. 3 of his 5 hits for home runs. He's knocked in 7. Pavano in there in place of Brad Penny, the Game 2 starter who got banged around here at Wrigley Field. Breaking ball down and away, and Ramirez chased it. Strike one. Ramirez and Gonzalez have both been big hitters in this series for the Chicago Cubs. Double-A battery indeed. 6 home runs between the two. 14 runs batted in. Another breaking ball. 0-2. Pavano has a good one early on here tonight.
Well, this guy was a stud coming up in the Red Sox system. You'll remember he got traded to the Montreal Expos in 1997 along with Tony Armas Jr. for none other than Pedro Martinez. That's how much that organization thought of him.
Two on, 1 in, 1 out. Pitch away. And Pavano was traded from Montreal to the Marlins in a multiplayer deal that involved Cliff Floyd going the other way.
Based on those 2 swings that Ramirez had on the sliders down the way, you see he can't hit it. He shows, throw it again.
Fly ball left field. Conines got it for the second out of the inning. Well, you look at the Ivy. Of course, the idea and planted originally by the late great Bill Veeck. It is rare to see October baseball at Wrigley Field. Even more rare to see the green ivy take on the colors of fall. A lot of orange and red.
A couple of the Cub players during batting practice actually had a couple of the red pieces of ivy taken out and stuck into their ball caps as they were taking infield and taking batting practice. Kind of a cool sight.
Randall Simon, a hitter. First pitch swinging, grounds it foul. Randall 5 hits and 14 at bats with a home run and 4 batted in. He hit the big home run in Game 3 at Pro Players Stadium.
He's up there hacking. Free swinger. First pitch split. Off the plate swung. Feed off of his aggressiveness.
Tried to get him to chase that high fastball, which Simon will do. Took it that time, 1-1.
Tough thing about Simon being so aggressive is that he doesn't walk very often, but doesn't strike out very often either for a slasher. Great bad ball hitter. You don't have to throw a strike to get him out, but you also don't have to throw a strike for him to hit a laser somewhere.
There's a laser into right field, but playable for Cabrera, and that'll end the inning. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 men left. Marlins bat in the second, trailing Mark Pryor, 1-0.
Come on in, Derek. Derek, this is the postseason. I hear you're out dancing, eating, and just carousing with your friends. Is it true you're going out every night?
Absolutely not.
Good.
If you want to enjoy the New York nightlife, bring your Visa card, because Orso, Cheetah, and the Broome Street Bar don't take American Express.
Hey, Derek, we are running late. Sorry.
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Come on, Nate. You're gonna be late. Okay.
Get out of bed! Get out of bed! Pull up the seat! Get out your feet!
Sometimes moms need a little help getting their families going. That's why every morning should begin with Florida orange juice. The best start under the sun.
Hey, that thing got a Hemi? You're about to find out. Excuse me. Can I have my order, please?
Dodge Ram with the legendary Hemi. Loved by those who have one, dreamt about by those who don't.
Sweet.
Smooth Reese's peanut butter, creamy milk chocolate. Get lost in a Reese's.
Hey, Fred, you think this show's funny?
Well, my stuff is funny. Of course, I could be funny reading a phone book. Look, relax. The show's going to be great. Trust me, I've been in this business a long time.
Yeah, you ever had any hits?
Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind.
Well, those aren't hits.
Critical hits.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Critical hit.
See it for yourself. The series premiere of A Minute with Stan Hooper. Wednesday, October 29th on Fox.
That is one funny dog.
I was running in the street in San Pedro, and now I'm wake up in the major leagues. I play hard every day because this is the way that we play in my country. I never would dream that I would be playing at major league level. Playing Wrigley feels like, wow, it's like another dream come true. I lived for this.
Watch the World Series on Fox beginning October 18th. Don't miss it.
Good look at the crowd out on Waveland Avenue. The city of Chicago has really beefed up its security and police force in preparation of this potential clinching night for the Chicago Cubs, trying to advance onto the World Series. For the first time since 1945, and a light rain begins to fall. 1-1 to Mike Lowell. He opened the second inning. Cubs lead 1-0. It rained and rained and rained all day today. Didn't stop until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. 2-1. Lowell getting his 3rd straight start in the series after not starting the first 3 games.
You see Mike Lowell wearing that protective device on the outside of his left hand, the hand that was broken, much the same way that
Ball hammered down the left field line, but bending foul.
The Astros, when Jeff Bagwell had broke his hand, came up with that device to wear for some protection.
Lowell had a sensational regular season before breaking the hand. A couple of big home runs here in the LCS. In the air, straightaway center field. Lofton racing back, and at the track he's got it. The impact of Kenny Lofton since coming over from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Boy, has it been big in the postseason. We asked Mark Pryor about it.
Kenny's been nothing but just spectacular, you know, for us, and starting us off every game. And I think ever since he came over, we've been just scoring runs early in the game, which, you know, makes our job as the starting pitchers a lot easier. We get a little bit more room to work with.
One away in the inning for Jeff Conine. He slaps it off the glove of Simon and hit him in the head. And Pryor late getting over to the bag. He thought that Simon would catch that ball. We'll see how they rule it, but Conine aboard with 1 away. It's a base hit.
Kind of a comical play. Simon reaches up, tries to get it, won't stay in his glove, and then bounces off his head. Came up with it quickly, and then kind of a blind toss back to Pryor, and Pryor's thinking, there's no way I'm getting over there to get him.
Where you're taught in spring training, anything on that side, your reaction is to cover first. But if you saw where Simon was, he was way in the hole. So maybe Pryor thought it was a base hit right off the bat.
Breaking ball, and number 8 hitter, the shortstop Alex Gonzalez. 2 hits and 17 at bats with a couple of runs batted in the LCS. The Marlins left 2 on in the opening inning against Pryor. Mark got Cabrera on a fly ball to center and struck out Lee to end the inning. Ground ball, they get the out at second, and that's all. 2 away in the inning. Well, it's time to take a look at our Sprint Virtual Manager question. Who has the best starting rotation? The Marlins, the Cubs, the Red Sox, or the Yankees? To answer the question, use your PCS Vision phone from Sprint. Log on to foxsports.com, keyword MLB on Fox. Psycho, I have a feeling that we could ask who has the ugliest uniforms in the major leagues, and the Cubs are going to win everything. That ball in the air down the right field line, out of play by Carl Pavano.
Kind of shows you what kind of impact the Cubs have had on the entire nation, not just the area of Chicago. A lot of Cub fans everywhere you go. Tell you what, you look at 3 of the 4 teams, and I think the Florida Marlins are going to start to have a little bit better following with the team they're starting to put together here. No question about it. But you talk about how many Red Sox fans there are across the country, how many Yankee fans there are across the country, and Cub fans. They're everywhere. I just think Cub fans have more computers.
Or more Sprint phones. Broken bat roller up the middle. Bresolonic will get there and throw out Pavano to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 1-0 Chicago.
Wireless troubles?
My phone works here, not there. Same with voicemail, email.
Sprint is different. All your services work the same wherever you go, on the most complete, all-digital, advanced wireless network in the nation. And all the calls are clear.
So everything works.
And this will never happen again.
PCS from Sprint. Try the nation's most complete wireless network.
When Taco Bell first created the Zesty Chicken Bowl, we thought we'd freshly prepare them right at your table. We still freshly prepare them. just not at your table. The Zesty Chicken Bowl. Tender slices of grilled all-white meat chicken, seasoned rice, 3 cheeses, crisp lettuce, and fiesta salsa. Made right when you order it, so it tastes even better. For fresh-made taste, think outside the bun.
He may not be a player,
He got himself a good heart.
but he's going to show them how to have the ball. Cuba Gooding Jr., Ed Harris.
Don't quit!
Radio, rated PG. Sneak preview Saturday. Opens everywhere October 24th.
I remember the song, the commercial with the Candyman. They sang the Candyman can, the Candyman can. It makes the world taste good.
Do you have the right truck?
Hi. Black coffee to go.
Does your truck have better resale value than Ford and Dodge? A Silverado half-ton pickup does.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, is this your truck?
What's it going for?
What do you mean, what's it going for?
Let me make you an offer. It's not for sale.
What are you doing here? It's for sale.
It's not for sale.
Silverado, it's the right truck from Chevy.
The League Championship Series on Fox, brought to you by Chevy Silverado. It's the right truck. By radio, starring Cuba Gooding Jr. and Ed Harris, in theaters October 24th, rated PG. By Taco Bell, where you can spice up the night. And by Sprint, proudly offering picture mail and PCS Vision Picture phones. Welcome back to Wrigley Field in Chicago. Game 6 of this National League Championship Series, and the Cubs trying to finish off the Florida Marlins with a 1-0 lead. First pitch swinging, Alex Gonzalez to Alex Gonzalez. 1 pitch, 1 out.
It's happened a few times in this series, hasn't it?
I thought you were going to keep the running tab on that.
It's getting up there. Alex Gonzalez to Alex Gonzalez. Doesn't make you think too much.
Well, Al Leiter actually did a little research. We told you about the nicknames. Alex Gonzalez of the Cubs is just nicknamed Gonzo. But Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins is nicknamed Seabass, as it's ball 1 to Paul Bacco. And Al, you actually did extensive research as to why he is nicknamed Seabass.
Yeah, extensive. Well, we all thought he was a great fisherman, but apparently Kevin Millar gave him that nickname because he's always got a game face on, and I guess the sea bass always has kind of a frown.
Smiling there. Who hasn't Kevin Millar given a nickname to? Kevin Millar be giving himself nicknames if he looks in the mirror these days. Shaved head, bad mustache.
2-2 to Paul Bacco. Millar and the Red Sox trailing that series 3-2 as it moves back to Yankee Stadium. Still 2-2 to Bacco. Pavano allowed that first inning run, but I know, Al, in between innings you thought he did a nice job of just keeping the damage to 1. There were 2 on with only 1 out, and already a run in.
It's a great job. First of all, first inning is a big pressure inning for a starting pitcher anyway, but for him to have that start and only give up 1 run, that was great.
Slapped in the hole. Gonzalez lost his footing, throws anyway, and it's Tardy. We talked about how wet the field is. They have the infield covered, but the outfield grass is very, very wet.
Tommy, I don't even care that the kid didn't throw him out. The guy is so cool down there at short. I mean, this is so pretty. He is a lot of fun to watch play the game. Feet go out from under him right there. Turns around, facing entirely the other way, and throws a strike from the seat of his pants.
Now Pryor, he had 1 home run during the regular season, and he squares to bunt, takes outside. Ball 1 to Pryor. Pryor had 7 sacrifices during the regular year. He had 2 in his only start of this series. Stabbed at it, missed it. 1-1. Let's check in with Josh Lewin.
Hey, Tommy, the difference between the infield grass and the outfield grass is palpable. As you mentioned, the tarp was on the field as it rained pretty much all day. That's why Seabass was on his fins a moment ago.
Whoa. How about that? Great to have Josh Lewin with us here tonight. Been with us throughout the entire series and will continue to be as long as she lasts.
There's one thing you know for sure as a pitcher, all the bunting practice we do, that bunting is absolute. This is critical that a pitcher does his job. Much more important than being able to hit.
Going to try to drop it down one more time, isn't he?
Yes.
Ooh, pulled it back and looked at a strike 3.
He was going to try the little butcher boy, fake the bunt, pull it back, and try to slap it through the infield with all the infielders moving. Then he couldn't pull the trigger. That's just a little, looked like a little backup cutter. Not a lot on that pitch.
Wait, a lot of times you do the butcher boy to get it out there. The pitcher sees that you're still bunting and maybe thinking that he's going to groove a fastball. And the only reason why he didn't swing there because he thought it was a fastball and it was a breaking ball. Locked him up.
2 away and back to the top of the order we go with Kenny Lofton. He led off the game with a single. Bunt got him a second. He scored on a double by Sosa. 1 hopper and Lee, and that's that. 1 hit, 1 man left. We played 2 in game 6. The Marlins trail Pryor and the Cubs by a run.
Program in the first, $4.
Summer wind.
Snacks in the fourth, $25.
From across the sea.
A soda at the end of the 7th, $3.
It lingered there.
Friday night, no TV, DVDs, or video games. Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Devoted fan of Major League Baseball.
When quality matters, reach out on the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless.
Before you take Prilosec OTC for heartburn, there's something you should know. You have to keep taking it for 14 days, heartburn or not. I'd rather take one Pepcid just when I need it. Pepcid Complete starts controlling acid in seconds. Or there's new maximum strength Pepcid AC. It has double the strength of original Pepcid AC. Both last all day or all night. 1. Now, that's a number I can live with. Pepcid, just 1, and heartburn's done.
Someone's threatening to initiate an outbreak of a very deadly virus.
To stop a weapon that has no cure.
They found a body that's been infected.
You need a man who knows no limits.
Just do it now!
The season premiere of 24, 2 weeks from tonight on Fox. Presented without commercial interruption by the next Ford F-150.
Whenever a team from out of town comes rolling into Wrigley Field, the very first thing they check, which way is the wind blowing? Will it be a hitter's day or a pitcher's day? The wind has been coming and going. Right now it looks like it's favoring the left-handed hitter, blowing out a little bit towards right, maybe right center. Not a factor early on in this ball game. 1-0 Cubs lead as the Marlins have a top of the order against Pryor here in the 3rd. Breaking ball low. Al, you pitched many, many times here at Wrigley Field. How much does it affect you, if at all, on the mound?
If anything else, the psyche, when you see that wind blowing in, you feel that much more confident in fastball counts to go outer half and let them rip it. Keep it in the long part of the park. The wind will keep it in the park. After that, that's momentary thinking. You have to still think about making pitches. It doesn't matter about the wind. If you make quality pitches, more times than not, you're going to get people out.
Flyers allowed 2 hits, walked a batter, struck out 1 through the first 2 innings. Bouncing ball off the glove of Pryor and Gonzalez. And he throws it by Randall Simon. Pierre will stay put at first base. It looked as though Gonzalez had a little more time than even he thought to make a good solid throw at Randall Simon.
This is where speed really hurts you. You have to hurry up everything. All the infielders are moving. They think they have to hurry their throw. But this is a ball that should be caught by Randall Simon, no question. There should be an error on the first baseman. This ball doesn't really bounce. If he just stretches, he's got it. That ball went through his legs. There's an error scored there, which it is. It should be on Simon.
They gave the error to Gonzalez. Pierre aboard, 1 stolen base in this series. He's been thrown out twice trying to steal.
Simon's not noted for his defensive ability.
Watch Gonzalez off the glove of Pryor. It looks like he goes to the right up the middle and then has to come forward. See a little slip? That little bit might have had him throw off.
You got, if you're a first baseman, you got to stretch out and catch that ball.
Runner goes, and it swung on and fouled out of play. So Jack McKeon playing a little hitting and running after Pierre reaches to start this 3rd inning.
It's a big error. Pierre, you want to keep him off at first any way you can. Certainly by giving it to him with an error. It's big.
Pierre led all major leaguers with 65 stolen bases during the regular season. Was thrown out 20 times.
Another look at that last play. That ball didn't even short hop him. That ball's like right in between his legs.
And now the pitch gets away from Pavano, and Pierre will get into scoring position.
This ball just running on him a little bit. Maybe the bat in his way. A lot of times a guy will fake a bunt, put that bat right in the eye level of the catcher, makes it a little tougher to catch the ball.
That has scored a pass ball on Pavano. Now Castillo bunts it in the air. Diving play by Ramirez.
High fastball, tough ball to bunt softly and on the ground. Great play by Ramirez.
Great reaction time right off of the bat. That ball up, like you said, Al. He's just trying to drop it down the 3rd baseline. But that one backfired on him. You know, I love the arrogance of these 2 guys at the top of the order that will bunt anytime. And a guy's in there taking it away from you. It backfires there because Ramirez is in close enough to be able to make a play on that little pop-up. That's where he is. These guys are basically saying, go ahead, play in like you're going to take the bunt away from me, and I'll bunt anyway.
That could turn out to be a very big play in this game. It's hard enough to score against Mark Pryor. But Castillo failing to get Pierre down to 3rd with 1 out in the inning. And now Pudge Rodriguez. Breaking ball in there, strike.
We talked about it a lot in this series, especially here at Wrigley Field where the grass is thicker in the Midwest this time of year. You can't grow grass like they do in South Florida. Ball's not going to get to the outfielders in time, plus it's wet. You're not going to throw Pierre out of the plate.
Chopper down to 3rd. Ramirez will throw to first. 2 away in the inning, and Pierre still standing at 2nd base.
It's a good pitch. Pudge is looking back at that first pitch curveball. I'm not sure because I thought it was a nice hanging juicy curveball right down the middle. Then he busts him in with a nice 2-seamed running fastball. You see that ball running on his hands?
Look at where it bounced.
Very good pitch.
That ball bounced about 3 feet foul and came back.
Now It's up to Miguel Cabrera. He flied out to center field his first time up. Breaking ball low and away. Pitching out of trouble for the second time in the first 3 innings of this game. And will work out of trouble, it appears. Short center. And Lofton calls off Gonzalez, and that's out. Fryer pitches around the air by his second baseman. Still 1-0 Chicago.
This inning brought to you by Wendy's. Here's the pitch, and it's right down the juicy part of the plate.
Juicy.
Boy, that one had a lot of mustard on it.
I like mustard.
And he lines it, Bob. This could be a double.
Double?
Oh, I think he's going for a triple.
Triple?
They have him in a pickle.
That's it, kids. We're going to Wendy's.
Wendy's has a better way to satisfy those late-night cravings. We make every classic single and double fresh right when you order it.
And here's the throw.
Oh, caught stealing.
Wendy's, it's better here.
It's the winning season for the Hyundai Sonata. Protected by America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. Loaded with standard features like dual front side impact airbags. But the Sonata costs $2,100 less than a Toyota Camry LE when comparably equipped. And now, get an extra $1,500 cash back. The Hyundai Sonata starting at just $14,539 after $1,500 cash back. You're the winner at the Hyundai Winning Season Clearance. Going on now at your Hyundai dealer.
Hey, guys. How about a little heads up next time?
Hey, send her a picture of that guy. Ooh, I'll get you a close-up.
Be there with the most whenever minutes and a T-Mobile camera phone.
T-Mobile. Get more.
The Matrix Reloaded on DVD. Here we go. Reload before the revolution begins. Buy The Matrix Reloaded on DVD. Then see The Matrix Revolutions in theaters.
New Dentine Fire. Ruby red shell outside. Intensely cinnamon inside. It sizzles. It's cinnamon. It's new Dentine Fire. Spark something.
From executive producer Jerry Bruckheimer.
Why does it matter who our parents are?
Comes a provocative new series that critics are calling madly entertaining at every burning turn.
I want you.
His father is the district attorney.
Let's take him down.
Skin, the series.
Cubs bat against Carl Pavano, leading 1-0 last of the third inning. Game 6 of this National League Championship Series, and the Cubs will win away from a trip to the World Series. Struck foul by Gonzalez. Well, Gonzalez is a number 2 hole hitter, able to do what Castillo, the 2-hole hitter in the Marlin lineup, failed to do in the third. After a leadoff single by Lofton in the first inning, Gonzalez moved into second with a bunt, and he scored on a double by Sosa, the only run of the game. Dusty Baker scoffing at the questions posed by the local media, especially about Gonzalez. Fly ball into right field and caught by Cabrera. One away. So here comes Sammy Sosa. Al Leiter, if you're Carl Pavano, how do you come after Sosa? He doubled a knock-in a run down the right field line his first time up.
With a good piece of hitting on a breaking ball that was down and away, and he hit it the way through it, which was soft down and away. I would think, if I'm Pavano right now, I would start out just the way he did last time. Fastball down and away. It looks like this wind now is favorable to the pitcher. Even though it's blowing to right, it looks more like right and in.
Came with a first pitch fastball, and Sosa fouls it away.
Tried to come inside, middle. Sammy just didn't get to it.
I think on any breaking ball they throw, they're going to try to keep it out of the strike zone. Throwing bad breaking balls that he can chase.
All right, 1-1.
High fastball. He's going to go with the slider down the way.
And it's too low.
With one out early, and again, he's down by a run. It's important that obviously he pitches him carefully, have a Lou on deck, and he's shown that he's able to throw his off-speed stuff and fastball counts.
Came with a high fastball, but away from Sosa, and Sammy a huge swing and a miss.
Just beat him. Based on the 1-2 pitch that he threw with the breaking ball, Sammy was able to stay back and go the other way. I would say he's going to double that up with another fastball. Perfect slider.
That was a location he wanted the last time Sosa was up there. While we have a moment, let's send it to Los Angeles. Here's Jeannie Zalasko.
Well, if I told you Nomar Garciaparra had just one RBI in the postseason, would you even imagine the Red Sox would be in the ALCS? They are, because usually everyone Cowboys up. Not today. Advantage Yankees. So it's crunch time, and depending on the outcome of tonight's NLCS Game 6, you'll be able to see Game 6 of the ALCS between the Red Sox and Yankees, or you'll be watching primetime Marlins Cubs.
2 down, nobody on, and Pavano goes to work on Moises Alou. Fastball in there, strike. Pavano, a 12-game winner during the regular season. An earned run average a little over 4, had a couple of complete games. But as we talked about in the beginning of the ball game, Pavano closed the season pitching the best baseball of his major league career. Steve brought it up earlier. He's always been highly touted, but has never seemed to put it all together until the final 3 months of this regular season. And throwing the ball very well here tonight. We asked Jack McKeon if he was worried at all about Pavano's stamina coming into this game, seeing that Pavano has not pitched since the final week of the regular season. He said, I'm not worried about him at all. Big, strong guy and wants the ball. Gonzalez to his left, and Pavano moves through the heart of the order in 1-2-3 fashion. We play 3 at Wrigley Field. 1-0 Cubs.
Do you have the right truck?
Hi, black coffee to go.
Does your truck have better resale value than Ford and Dodge? A Silverado half-ton pickup does.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, is this your truck?
What's it going for? What do you mean, what's it going for?
Let me make you an offer.
It's not for sale.
What are you doing here? It's for sale.
It's not for sale.
Silverado. It's the right truck from Chevy.
In a world about to change, one man must rise up and lead. AOL 9.0 optimized, exploding onto a screen near you. Reviewers rave. It's the internet simplified, streamlined, and sanitized for your protection. The filters drastically cut spam. The critics agree. AOL returns to the top with new version 9.0. Life needs rave reviews.
Materials on the 17th. And I need delays because we're going to need this. I want you to
For your most important messages, reach out on the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless.
The League Championship Series on Fox, brought to you by AT&T Wireless. Go to the game alone and take all your friends with you. Reach out on the wireless service America Trust. AT&T Wireless. By Midas. By Chevy Silverado. It's the right truck. And by America Online. Look for 9.0 Optimize coming this fall. Derek Lee coming up for the Marlins. Mark Pryor struck him out his first time up. Came right after him with hard stuff in.
Cubs pitchers have been pitching him great. He's 3 for 23, but these guys are throwing mid to upper 90-mile-an-hour fastballs in on his hands, and that's his weak area.
First pitch fastball in the air to right center field. Lofton still drifting with room. Lee now 3 of 24 in the series.
This is another guy that I think they should go in on his hands. This is a guy who broke his hand. If I'm the Cubs, especially prior with that riding fastball, Lowell'd have to show me that he can throw those hands through the hitting zone. Throw the ball away from him. Hit a hang and split finger out of this ballpark to win a game. Hit another home run on a ball away from him. Get in and see if he has the ability to hit that pitch.
First 2 pitches in the at-bat away. 1 for a ball, 1 for a strike. Lowell flied out to the warning track in center field his first time up. Breaking ball away. Served out of play again. They stay away from Lowell. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Steve, maybe now is the time after you've worked him away to bring one of those in on his hand.
Throws that good riding fastball. Inner half, it looks like a pretty good pitch to hit until it starts tailing in on your hands. You end up fisting yourself.
There it is. Yep, foul away.
Nothing else you can do with that pitch. You hit it, you can't keep it fair. Pretty much set up to go away, and again, isn't he out? Slider away.
I think he's starting to look better on the fastball. First at bat, he threw him 7 fastballs and he hit him hard.
Struck him out, fastball away. Second strikeout of the game by Pryor. Depending on the outcome of this game, you'll be able to see Game 6 of the ALCS tomorrow at either 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, or if there's no Game 7 here, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. If we have Game 7 here at Wrigley Field, that will come your way at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, right here on Fox. Sports' biggest month of the year continues tomorrow, only on Fox. 2 down, nobody on for Konine, who had an infield hit off Randall Simon's glove his first time up. Did not like the call by Mike Riley. 0-2.
That's just because you can't hit that pitch. This is filthy right there. A little backdoor tailing fastball. Look at it. That's a purpose pitch right there too, isn't it, Al? Get the guy back off.
Sure. Especially after fastball down and away, and Jeff's got to look down and away after that good pitch. He set up a couple ways. He could double up in or throw him a breaking ball down and away. Jeff was diving a little bit there.
But I like what I've seen about Pryor in this inning especially is because in that last hitter, what he did to Lowell, we even talked about it. They go away. They could bust him in one time, and then maybe the hitter thinking breaking ball away, and he's gone fastball away. The guy can't speed up and hit it. You start thinking, all right, he's going to come back with that big sweeping slider. I got to wait just a little bit and poke it into right field, and then he throws a fastball right by you on the outer half.
3-2.
I wonder if Konine plays as much racquetball as he used to. This guy was nationally ranked in the top 3 in the country as a racquetball player 10 years ago.
Check swing. And did he go? The umpire never made the call, and the umpire at first base said he didn't go around. It's ball 4.
Had Larry Poncino out there first. Ready.
Rung him.
Little overhead view of that. I've seen either way. I've seen worse swings get called that he didn't go, and I've seen less than that saying that he did. That's a tough call for anybody.
Alex Gonzalez first pitch swing and a fastball fouls it back to the screen. 0-1. That's the second walk of the game issued by Pryor. Was fan 2 allowed 2 base hits.
This has been a big disadvantage for the Marlins in the back of their order. Gonzalez has been as close to an automatic out as there is, and then the pitcher spot after that.
I break for yard sales.
I break for animals.
I break for donuts.
Chocolate.
My grandkids.
Boys.
I break for little old ladies.
Bingo.
Leprechauns.
UFOs.
I break for free oil changes.
Visit your local Midas mechanic now and get a free oil change with any Midas brake job, including installation of our lifetime guaranteed brake pads or shoes. That's free oil and filter with any new brakes.
I break for no apparent reason.
Sometimes when you search for a job online, you find a lot of really old job listings. I mean, most of them are already filled. But for the ones that aren't, that means that the companies must be really desperate, right? My resume looks pretty good when they're desperate.
Hold on. Let's try that again with slightly fresher leads.
I got the job because I went to careerbuilder.com. They didn't waste my time with a bunch of jobs that had already been filled, so I knew that whatever I found there was worth going after.
Now that's a smarter way to find a better job. careerbuilder.com.
The new Sonic Air Elite by Philips. With patented sonic technology, its bristle tips move 3 times faster for a deep cleaning experience unlike any other. For whiter teeth and healthier gums, stop brushing. Start Sonic Air.
Looking so long at these pictures of you. Never hold on to your heart. Looking so long for the words to be true. You're always just breaking apart my pictures of you.
Welcome to HP Digital Photography. HP. Invent.
Standing on the corner, watching all the guys go by. Standing on the corner, giving all the guys the eye.
Old Navy Painter's Pants at a price that really turns heads, starting at just $20 for men.
Whether you won't find a tough pair of painters, or maybe painters' pants go by.
Monday, Fox will introduce a real American cowboy to a group of European women.
Oh, he's good looking.
Convince them he's worth $80 million in oil.
I'm sure I'm gonna like this lifestyle.
And invite them to win his heart.
He's rich. He's filthy rich.
Does anyone know how to say sucker in French?
Good money, baby.
The next Joe Millionaire. Diplomats are standing by. Premieres at 8, 7 Central, Monday on Fox.
Aramis Ramirez coming up here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Cubs lead the Marlins 1-0. Ramirez 3 home runs, 7 runs batted in the series. He committed 33 errors at third base this season, but has played on the defensive side in this series very, very well, including the game here tonight in the 3rd inning.
3rd inning with Castillo trying to bunt, makes the diving play on the pop-up, and then the very next hitter, nice play down the line, and throws him out. The Cubs think he has a chance to be a very good defensive third baseman.
and he can swing that back.
It's a breaking ball after 2 fastballs. He's out in front, but he keeps his hands back. He gets his balance. You see the spin of the breaking ball. The balance of his weight shift is off, but his hands stay back, and he's able to just bounce this one through the left side into the 6-hole.
Now Randall Simon, he lined out to right field, ending the opening inning. Taylor made double play ball here. Gonzalez will handle it himself, and just like that, the bases wiped clean, 2 gone in the inning. Now Gonzalez, he grounded out to short his first time up. 1 run, 5 hits for the Cubs. No runs, 2 hits for the Florida Marlins against Mark Pryor. What it must be like for Kerry Wood sitting down there. Al Leiter, you have been in his seat before, watching a Game 6, wondering would there be a Game 7, knowing you're getting the ball in Game 7.
It's a strange feeling because you absolutely want your team to win, but you also have to realize that you have to prepare for your start.
And how is he doing that in the dugout?
Normally it depends upon what Woody does, but most of the time you'll go into the clubhouse, watch on the TV, get some video, and then kind of back and forth. But he could get a lot from watching this on the bench.
Wood left his only start in this series trailing 3-2. That was in that Game 3 11-inning affair that the Cubs came away with a win. 3-1 now to Gonzalez. Mark Redmond would start the game tomorrow night for Florida. 3-2.
Just strike. It just looks like Pudge kind of got locked up on it. Looking for the ball away. Handcuffed him.
You don't see Pudge box him back there too often.
3-2 pitch. And it's ball 4. A 2-out walk to Gonzalez. First walk of the game given up by Pavano, who has excellent control. Walked just 40 batters in just over 200 innings. Crowd on Waveland Avenue, ready for a celebration that Cub fans have not experienced since 1945. Now Paul Bacco. Ground ball right at Castillo. And that'll do it in the Cub 4th inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We're back after a word from your local Fox station.
Over the last 10 years, Fox NFL Sunday has been America's #1 pregame show.
This isn't exactly what I expected.
Fox NFL Sunday this week.
If you've been injured in an accident.
Commercial. Commercial.
Commercial.
So, what's for dinner?
Remember that cute little pink blouse that I was telling you about the other day? You know, the one with the things. Turkey pot pie.
Fast forward your wife and skip recorded commercials. Wow. Now you can get a free Dish Player DVR from Dish Network with up to 100 hours of tapeless recording with free installation.
Good vibes. The place for Dish Network.
Illinois under Bush, 4th in the nation in job losses. 1.6 million people without health insurance. Bush's solution? Tax cuts for the wealthy. $87 billion for Iraq. Nothing for working families. Blair Hall, independent enough to put American families first. Tougher trade policies to protect American jobs. Pay for affordable health care by rolling back the Bush tax cut for the wealthy.
I'm Blair Hull, and I approve this ad because we need to get Illinois back to work.
Yeah, DQ's new grill burgers, like the mushroom Swiss, are really big, which got us to thinking, how about a really big fry to go with them?
Here's your big fry.
Maybe not. The mushroom Swiss, one of 6 new grill burgers that puts a big quarter-pound patty on a butter-toasted bun. Do one, and DQ something different.
The Hyundai Elantra, a comparison, more standard features, and a more powerful engine than a Honda Civic LX. All for over $2,000 less when comparably equipped. And only the Elantra is protected by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. Looks like we have a winner. Test drive the Hyundai Elantra, nicely equipped for just $11,939 at your Hyundai dealer. Hurry into the Hyundai winning season clearance and get $1,500 cash back or 0% APR through October 31st.
The Marlins come to bat top half of the 5th inning, trailing Mark Pryor and the Cubs 1-0. Carl Pavano to lead things off. He'll be followed by Juan Pierre and Luis Castillo. The Chicago Cubs now 15 outs away from their first trip to the World Series since World War II came to an end. 1945. 39,577 jam-packed into Wrigley Field. 0-2 to Pavano. Breaking ball, Pavano gone looking.
If you want to know how good this pitch is, don't even watch the pitch. Watch the way Pavano reacts to it. Oops. He had no chance of even pulling the trigger. Thought he was going to leave that pitch up and in. Nice little break. Right out over the plate. No chance.
Pierre 0 for 2, reached on an error by Gonzalez in the 3rd inning. A check swing and a foul ball out of play. Pierre now 5 of 25 in a series.
Pierre, the first Marlin ever over 200 hits this season. Look at the numbers through the playoffs, though, in this series. Not good enough.
Pierre set 5 single-season records in his first season in Florida. Steve mentioned the hits, multi-hit games, stolen bases, at-bats, and singles. And that one gets by Gonzalez into right field. Second time Pierre has been aboard tonight, his first hit.
Stays on top of this pitch really well. That ball goes up and in. Keeps his top hand up on top of the ball. Nice swing, good balance.
Now Castillo, he singled into left center field in the 1st inning. Failed to get Pierre to 3rd with a bunt his last time up. Popped the ball in the air, and Ramirez made a diving play in foul ground.
I think you got to be aggressive here. I gotta have Pierre running. That's his game. That's what's got this team this far. You got the other guy that can handle the bat at the plate. Get some movement going.
Castillo trying to give Pierre a chance. Has taken 2 strikes. Swinging a foul ball out of play. Still 0-2 on Luis Castillo. play, it looked like Pierre started and then stopped. Maybe he felt as though Stevie didn't get a good jump or a good read.
A lot of guys will do that even if they're not going. They want to work on their jump. Watch the false start there. Work on that jump a little bit. Get yourself going. Make yourself feel what it's going to feel like if you do actually steal the base.
One and two. Outfield swung way around for Castillo to hit the ball the other way. There you get a look at Alou, Lofton into left center, and Sammy way over into right center.
Been very successful at throwing him belt-high fastballs middle in and having him hit the ball to the shortstop.
Pitch out, nothing doing.
You see here, even if nothing is going on, the fact that you have a very good runner at first, everyone's thinking about it. And that's the little bit that it takes to even leave your ball up for Castillo here to put it in play, to distract the pitcher enough to not execute a pitch. That's what great running does. Good base stealers do to a staff.
Every guy on the field is watching Pierre.
He goes. Pitch taken high and away. Throw to second, and he's out at second base. Pierre has been thrown out 3 times in 4 stolen base attempts in this series.
Baco and Miller have been outstanding behind the plate. Great footwork by Baco. Watch how quickly he opens his feet, stays square to the pitcher's mound, which is basically where he's throwing the ball, and then just throws a bullet. And Gonzalez drops the tag right on the elbow of Pierre. Look at the way he was blocking the base away as well.
And a very good pitch to throw him out on. It almost looked like a pitch out. It was just a fastball up and away. Great pitch for Baco to throw.
In the air down to left field line. A long run for everyone. And who got it? Gonzalez to end the inning. Will lead things off with a 1-0 lead.
They said its off-road capabilities verged on overkill. Tow rag. They said others may be as quick, capable, and handle as sharply, but few can match it on all of the above.
Tow rag.
They said it was everything you could want in a luxury SUV, but for 20 grand less. In fact, the only thing the experts couldn't say was the name.
Touareg.
Introducing the Touareg, easily named Car and Driver's Best Luxury SUV for 2003.
Wow! With Dish Network Satellite TV, you get the lowest all-digital price in America every day. Just $24.99 a month for over 50 top digital channels. A price that's guaranteed through January 2005. Order today and get a free 3-room satellite TV system with free installation. That's right, satellite TV in 3 rooms of your home free. Want more? Call and ask how you can get 3 free months of our most popular value pack with HBO and Cinemax. Call 1-800-WILD-DISH or visit Radio Shack, Sears, or a local participating retailer.
At the trial of the century, the world waits while the jury deliberates.
So, like I said, now it comes in spearmint.
Another flavor of Listerine pocket packs?
Spearmint.
It's called Fresh Burst.
And it kills 99% of germs.
Yeah, I love spearmint.
Order. The jury needs more Fresh Burst Listerine pocket packs.
Fresh Burst Listerine Pocket Pack strips. Kill the germs, feel the clean. And now, cinnamon, another new flavor from Listerine Pocket Packs.
On nights when the moon is full, just like tonight, he roams the woods, and small children, just like you or you, may hear.
Can you hear me now?
Good. Making the best wireless network better is causing a lot of excitement. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
It began last summer.
We want you to be a part of the family.
America loved it, and the critics agreed.
California.
Now, TV's new It Show is back.
I would never do anything to hurt Marissa.
You're not going to get the chance because you're never going to see her again.
The OC, all new, Wednesday, October 29th on Fox.
Mark Pryor looks at ball 1 as we open the last of the 5th inning. The Cubs scored in the opening inning against Carl Pavano. Art Prayer has made that one-run stand thus far.
What great concentration by Gonzalez there. Look, all the guys got to go this way to the ball, but look who's right in the way. The umpire, Mike Everett. He's got nowhere to go. Gonzalez had to worry about running into the umpire and then making the play. Also worried about Ramirez running up his back. Look at Mike Everett. The Matador. Ole!
2-2 to Pryor.
That's an umpire that you don't normally have to worry about when you're not playing postseason baseball.
During the regular year, for those of you that don't know, only 4 umpires are used for each and every game, 6 in the playoffs. Swung on and fouled back out of play. They had an umpire down each line when the postseason begins.
Down the right field line, Larry Poncino.
Pryor making Pavano work in this at bat. We've talked so much about Pryor, and why not? An 18-game winner during the regular season, 2-0 in the postseason, but so far Pavano has been more than up to the challenge in his first postseason start. That's his 3rd strikeout. 1 away in the inning. We remind you, Major League Baseball is giving away World Series tickets for life and other great prizes. Winning hologram numbers will be announced during games 1 through 4 of the 2003 World Series on Fox. The ultimate World Series pass presented by Radio Shack. Kenny Lofton singled and scored in the first inning. Trying to bunt his way on, rolls it foul.
Kenny Lofton wants to bunt. He should bunt the ball to the right side of the field. Lowell's taking the bunt away down the 3rd base line, but Castillo is not on the 2nd base side. He pulls that bunt with him. He can walk to first base. You see how deep Castillo is.
Down and in that time. 2 balls and a strike. Pudge Rodriguez says hold on a minute.
This is where a catcher gets the tempo and he has a feel. It sits 50 some odd pitches in, 66 pitches into the game. He knows when he sets up in, he can see the flight of the ball, how it's coming out of his hand. So Pudge saw something there that either he's forcing something or just pushing it. So that's a good visit. So calm down. Don't force it. Nice and easy. Relax.
2-1. And he comes right back with a fastball on the outside corner that Lofton lifts foul and out of play. Look at the pitch count for Pavano. This will be number 70. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Pavano here in the 5th. He has 4 in the game.
Got a nice little backdoor breaking ball right there. Lofton was right on that pitch, just missed it. Slider.
Now Grzelcyk 0 for 1, who put down a sacrifice in the first inning, flying out to right his last time up. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Now we've seen a lot of split finger fastballs in postseason history, and certainly here in the last few years. Pavano likes to throw that pitch. We hear so much about it. But for some guys, it's made their career finding that split finger fastball.
Split is basically wants to come out just like a fastball. Guys that throw it well, they throw it with tremendous arm speed, and it's basically supposed to tumble. Changeups are a pitch that usually fade away from the opposite batter. A split finger, whether on top close, which is a split, or a fork ball, the ball when thrown with your hand behind the ball, it tumbles straight down, looking just like a fastball.
That one's straight down, and Pavano fans aside. Pryor, Lofton, Bresolanic go down. Pryor has a 1-0 lead as we go to the top half of the 6th in Game 6 of the NLCS.
The program Smith has grown beyond your control. You cannot stop him, but I can.
In less than 12 hours, the machines will breach the dock walls.
Leo is doing what he believes he must do. I don't know what he can do to save us, but I do know he will never give up, and neither can we.
The Matrix Revolutions, rated R, starts Wednesday, November 5th.
Hey, sweetheart. I miss you.
Miss you too.
What did you do today?
I played soccer.
For your most important calls, reach out on the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless.
It's the winning season for the Hyundai Sonata. Protected by America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. Loaded with standard features like dual front side impact airbags. But the Sonata costs $2,100 less than a Toyota Camry LE when comparably equipped. And now, get an extra $1,500 cash back. The Hyundai Sonata starting at just $14,539 after $1,500 cash back. You're the winner at the Hyundai Winning Season Clearance. Going on now at your Hyundai dealer.
Come into Sears now to find the lowest prices of the season on home appliances. So whether you need more spin in your spin cycle or more space in your freezer, we've got what you need. We have a better selection than anyone. That's why 2 out of 3 homeowners have an appliance from Sears. We'll match any price, plus give you 10% of the difference. And as always, get 0% financing for 6 months or free delivery on all home appliances over $399. So shop now at Sears to find the lowest prices of the season. Sears. Good life, great price.
Got some big NFL appetites heading your way? Looks like you need the NFL deal from Pizza Hut and Pepsi. Order any large specialty pizza at regular price and you get a medium 1-topping pizza and a 2-liter of Pepsi for just $1.99 more. A Pizza Hut pizza and a Pepsi. Gather around the good stuff.
1 run, 5 hits for the Cubs. No runs, 3 hits for the Florida Marlins against Mark Pryor. And the heart of the order coming up for Jack McKeon's team. Ivan Rodriguez, Miguel Cabrera, and Derek Lee. Pudge 0 for 1 is walked and grounded to third. In game 1, Rodriguez had a huge night. They knocked in 5 runs. And then in game 5, Rodriguez a solo home run in the 7th inning in a 4-0 Florida win. The games in which Rodriguez homered, both Florida wins in this series. You see what he has done during this postseason. Hit safely in all 9 games to the tune of 14 RBIs. Up and in, 1 and 2.
Show him in, get him away off the plate.
7 of 12 pitches he's seen have been curveballs from Pryor.
Fastball up. Remember the last at bat, Pryor got ahead of Pudge Rodriguez at 1 and 2 and wound up walking. That was in the 1st inning. Not this time.
Breaking ball off the plate.
He's basically coming at Pudge with off-speed stuff. Early curveball down the way, great location. Leaves it up a little bit. Probably looking fastball. Great setup pitch there. Tries to double up on him. With the double up on the fastball, that gets him opening up and not being able to get to the curveball. That double up fastball got to that pitch where Pudge swung at.
First pitch breaking ball to Miguel Cabrera, and there a strike. Miguel Cabrera has flied to deep center field and then popped up to short center field. 0 for 2.
I think one of the things that makes Pryor's breaking ball so tough is the extension that he gets on the pitch. A lot of guys will, as we talked about many times, you'll elevate your breaking ball. I think he extends a lot further than a lot of pitchers do, and the plane that breaking ball starts on is much lower than a lot of guys' breaking ball. It looks more like a fastball to hitters, much lower than the average curveball.
Fastball at 95 is strike 2 to Cabrera.
This is what you call pitching backwards. He pitches curveball, then fastball. Back to curveball.
Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 6th for Pryor. He has 6 strikeouts in the game.
Suddenly this pitch has become very devastating in the game. In the 6th inning, he breaks out the big sweeper that's really tough on the hitters now, and going to it a lot more often. You can't hold up. A facetious smile out of Cabrera.
Now Derek Lee, who has struck out and flied out to the warning track in center. Fastball up and in. That's where they've been attacking Lee throughout the entire series. And it's worked effectively against Lee the entire series, except when Pryor has been on the mound, at least in the first game that Pryor pitched in this series. We brought up Lee only has 3 hits. 2 of them, including his only home run, came against Mark Pryor. Fly ball right field. Sosa waiting, and the inning is over. The Cubs are 9 outs away from a trip to the World Series. It's only a 1-run game.
For your most important messages, reach out on the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless.
Here's a little taste of something different.
Introducing Chili's Shanghai Boneless Wings. Toasted sesame seeds, ginger citrus glaze, creamy wasabi ranch dressing, and no bones. Want more flavor?
I love Chili's.
Ma'am, you may want to take cover. We've had some reports of wild animals in the area.
Ooh, my. Come on, Donnie.
Wild animals? Where? Let's get out of here, lady.
The anniversary edition Dodge Caravan, featuring a no extra charge rear seat video system.
Thanks, officer. Keep up the good work.
Disney's The Lion King special edition on DVD and in Dodge Caravan. Starting at $18,800 after $2,500 cash allowance and $500 in DVD coupon.
Mount Everest Base Camp. 17,000 feet. Whose idea was this? Fortunately, with a laptop powered by Centrino, Intel's mobile technology, you can see a friendly face wirelessly from thousands of places. Even if you can't feel your fingers. Intel Centrino mobile technology.
Engaging a Star Destroyer isn't always suicide. Fire directly at the bridge, but make your shots count, or I'll be sending your medal to your widow. Be smart. Be victorious.
Rebel Strike. Rated T.
The vaunted Imperial walkers do have a weakness. Slice open their gut, and you'll bring them to their knees. Be smart. Be victorious.
Rebel Strike. Rated T.
I think when I was younger, I just wanted to come up with a style of my own. The only thing I come with was the leg kick. It becomes a part of you. I live for this.
Watch
the World Series on Fox beginning October 18th. Don't miss it.
Sammy Sosa to lead off the Chicago 6th inning. The Cubs in front 1-0. Sosa knocked in the game's only run with a double in the opening inning that scored Kenny Lofton. Carl Pavano has only allowed 2 hits since giving up 1 run and 3 hits in the first inning.
It's what the Cubs have done all series long. Scored early.
To Sosa. Foul on a play.
Sammy Sosa's hit more home runs against the Florida Marlins than any other player. 31 of them.
Sosa to chase that fastball away, and Sammy able to make contact and stay alive. 2-2. Sosa to be followed by Moises Alou and Aramis Ramirez. And Rosenthal getting on the phone to the Marlin bullpen. That's a swing and a foul ball back out of play.
This is what you call it. This is your cement mixer slider. It spins, but you get nothing out of it. Look at that. Hit me, it says.
The location had more hit me.
Jeez, that just hung right out over the plate. Huge mistake that he got away with.
Shattered back. Grounded down to third. Low bare hand throws, and it gets by Lee. Sosa going to stay at first base. And I know Cub fans don't like to hear about it, but anytime Sosa shatters a bat on the road, everybody screams, check that bat.
I don't know if Sammy touched first base on his first time down the line. That's a serious kitchen ball. Watch Sammy, see if he stretches out, but does he get it? I don't think he touched it the first time. Watch him turn around and hustle all the way back to it. Did he get it? He's standing down there. Doesn't really matter. He really tried to stretch out and get it.
Crawford thought so. He wouldn't have given them the safe side. He wouldn't have done anything.
When Wayne Rosenthal, the pitching coach, called down to the bullpen, he asked for the right-hander Fox and the left-hander Dontrell Willis.
Everybody on the team is available to pitch out of the bullpen tonight, except for Redmond.
Sosa board, Alou waits. Lined into left field, a base hit. Conine over to cut it off. And the Cubs have the first 2 on here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I talked to Wayne Rosenthal before the game as well about even Josh Beckett. He said, no way do I want to put you down in the pen. You've had such a great year. You're a young kid. I don't want to get you hurt. He said, you know what? I'll go down there. I can get you an out if you need a big out.
Under normal circumstances, you say no way is Aramis Ramirez up there to bunt. The Cubs already have a 1-0 lead. And certainly not suggesting that Ramirez is going to bunt, but stranger things have happened in the postseason. Ramirez has swung the bat so well in this series. He had the 2 home run game. He has 3 overall. With 7 runs batted in. That one the grand slam in the opening inning. And added a second in the same game. Breaking ball in the dirt. And Rodriguez able to keep it in front of him.
Well, I asked Ramirez before the game how Pavano likes to pitch him. He said, I've only really seen him one time, but the one thing I do know about him after seeing that breaking ball right there is he said he likes to throw a lot of fastballs. And then he just looked at me and smiled like he's going to be sitting dead red right here.
Breaking ball that stayed up around the belt. And a called strike, 1-1. I only bring up the bunt because, Steve, you were there during the 2001 World Series when another slugging third baseman, Matt Williams, who had not put a sacrifice down in 7 years, was asked to bunt by Diamondback manager Bob Brenly, and he put it down successfully. Breaking ball on away, 2-1.
He's shown a lot of discipline at the plate. When after what I had just said, he thinks he's going to get a lot of fastballs from Pavano. He's seen 3 straight breaking balls, and he hasn't swung at any of them.
Ground ball to short. Gonzalez on the bag for 1, throws for a double play. Sosa on to third, 2 away in the inning. Big ground ball double play right there for Pavano. Let's take a look at our in-game box score for the Cubs, brought to you by AT&T Wireless. Lofton led off the first inning with a single into right center field. Bresolonic moved him over to second, and Sosa knocked him in with a double. Sammy a couple of hits in the game, likewise for Alou. Jack McKeon gave the ball to Carl Pavano. A good choice. Pavano, an outstanding effort. Dodtrell comes on from the bullpen.
Swim class, $60. Hockey camp, $340. Driving lessons, $250. Being able to let go. Being able to let go. Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For parents everywhere, there's MasterCard.
I break for yard sales.
I break for animals.
I break for donuts.
Chocolate.
My grandkids.
Boys.
I break for little old ladies.
Bingo.
Leprechauns.
UFOs. I break for free oil changes.
Visit your local Midas mechanic now and get a free oil change with any Midas brake job. Include installation of our lifetime guaranteed brake pads or shoes. That's free oil and filter with any new brakes.
I break for no apparent reason.
What makes Wendy's new home-style chicken strips so delicious? The strips or the sauces?
Big, all-white meat strips. They're the key. They develop the strips because of the sauces. This chicken is so juicy, you can dip it in nothing. Heartland Ranch, Deli Honey Mustard, or Spicy Southwest Chipotle. You call that nothing? They complete the package. Did he just give you the complete the package line? Those strips guys with their blonde hair and fancy suits.
Well, try Wendy's new home-style chicken strips and decide for yourself. It's better here.
It's not just the advanced technology, the 57 patents, or the world's best blades. It's the way it's all put together. No razor shaves better than Gillette Mach 3 Turbo. The proof is in the shave. We guarantee it or your money back. Mach 3 Turbo is the world's best shave. The closest, the most comfortable. It's a fact. We guarantee it. Mach 3 Turbo from Gillette. The best a man can get.
Game 4 starter and loser. Dontrell Willis comes on from the bullpen. They brought him in to face Randall Simon. Dusty Baker counters that move by bringing on right-handed batting Eric Karros. Sosa third, 2 away. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Southington, Connecticut has to be mighty proud of Carl Pavano. He pitched a solid game here tonight, allowing just 1 run so far. We thought he was ready for this assignment, Al, and he certainly proved it.
He's been one of their better pitchers all year, and down the stretch might have been their best. I didn't see it as second tier at all. He pitched great.
And there's strength.
When you think about it, the 1 run they scored in the first inning, with a solid base hit by Lofton, got bunted to second, like kind of a little duck snort double down the right field line by Sammy Sosa. It wasn't like they smacked him all over the yard when he gave up his run.
3-1 now to Karros, who is 2 of 5 in his career against Willis with a couple of runs batted in. Alex Gonzalez next. This may be the only batter Dontrell Willis faces. And that ball gets away. And the Cubs lead 2-0.
Squirt away from Pudge Rodriguez because he's not expecting the fastball to be in the dirt. He hooks that pitch, goes way inside when he was looking for it away. Couldn't get the body over in time to block it. Sosa, nice reaction from third, easily scores. Just under the glove, Pudge Rodriguez.
Wildness certainly a problem for Willis in his only postseason start in this series. He walked 5 batters in 2 1/3 innings. 0-2 to Alex Gonzalez.
The way Pryor's pitching psychologically for these Marlins players, that is huge. And you could almost accept a base hit or something happen, but a wild pitch, that extra run is big.
Certainly as this game moves along, we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The crowd starting to smell it. Let's go downstairs to Josh Lewin.
Tommy, much louder from this crowd following the second run scored than after the first run scored. Almost as though this crowd, bred on all the years without the World Series, figured 1-0 was too close for comfort. There's a steady hum of happy chatter right now.
Swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning, but the Cubs tack on a run. We go to the 7th. 2-0 back after a word from your local Fox station.
Eliza Dushku, True Calling, premieres Thursday, October 30th on Fox.
Look again, look again.
Ford truck season is here, and America's best-selling compact truck, the 2003 Ford Ranger, now offers 0% financing for 72 months or $4,000 total cash back. 0 financing for 72 months or $4,000 total cash back on a new Ranger. It's Ford truck season, now at your local Ford store. Be there.
Where you been? Look again.
Give your home the timeless look of ceramic tile from Menards. Make floors come alive with these 13 by 13-inch Coliseum porcelain tile, $232 each. And for a perfect tile job, use quality Tech adhesives, grouts, and sealers. Give your bath a new look with quality Omega cabinets. Start with this 3-piece Lancaster oak ensemble and finish with this vanity top and faucet, $899. Plus, don't pay till spring, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Champagne
Champaign Telephone Company, your local Verizon Wireless authorized agent, is the largest cellular store in the area. The largest selection, lowest prices, most minutes, and best coverage. Their experienced and knowledgeable staff of experts will help you select a Verizon Wireless voice or data plan that suits your needs and your budget. For all your wireless needs, come to Champaign Telephone, the wireless experts you've always trusted.
Get 1,000 anytime mobile-to-mobile minutes to call any Verizon Wireless customer nationwide, plus unlimited nights and weekends on the America's Choice Network for $39.99 monthly access. Verizon Wireless. Join in.
Bobby can't wait to grow up.
Drinking a beer? I didn't even like it.
Well, now you're just trying to get me mad. So Hank and Peggy teach him a lesson. You're going to have to marry Luann.
I'm only 12 years old.
Can this wedding really be happening?
Bobby Hillbilly is marrying Hillbilly cousin.
Till death do you part? That sounds like a yes to me. Find out.
You owe me $5 in your face.
On the next King of the Hill.
Wednesday at 5:30 on Fox 27.
Cubs lead as we go to the top half of the 7th inning, 2-0. Certainly many Cub fans are thinking back to 1984. Was written about a great deal here in the local papers yesterday during the off day and again here today as it's ball one to Mike Lowell. Back in 1984 when the LCS was a best of 5, the Cubs won the first 2 games here at Wrigley Field and went to San Diego 1 win away from getting to the series. That ball in the air down the left field line. They say salute in the room, 1 away.
Out with that win.
San Diego came back and won games 3 and 4 of that series, and in game 5, Rick Sutcliffe, the best pitcher in the National League that season, was given an early 3-0 lead. But San Diego scored twice in the 6th. They got the break they needed when the ground ball off the bat of Tim Flannery went through the legs of Leon Durham. The Padres scored 4 times in the 7th to go to the World Series. Sutcliffe that year went 16-1 after coming over in a deal from Cleveland to win the National League Cy Young Award and had that 3-0 lead, but couldn't nail it down. Cubs lead here 2-0. We're in the 7th. Can Mark Pryor be the pitcher to get the Cubs to the World Series? 1-1 to Conine. Conine has reached twice. He has singled and walked. Fly ball in the short center. Often waving off Alou. 2 away. Tony Perez, Andre Dawson, special assistants to the general manager of the Florida Marlins, Larry Beinfest. Of course, Perez, a Hall of Famer with the Cincinnati Reds, among others, and Andre Dawson, a former Chicago Cub, National League most valuable player. But tonight, both rooting for the Marlins. Two down for Alex Gonzalez. Fastball away, 1-0. High and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, the honors go to Bernie Mac, the Bernie Mac Show, singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" tonight. That'll be coming your way Sunday, November the 9th, right here on Fox, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Getting fired up for the singing here tonight. 2-1 to Alex Gonzalez. This will be the 95th pitch of the game for the 23-year-old Mark Pryor. In the air, right field. Sosa drifting, inning over. The Cubs 6 outs away from advancing to the World Series. We'll keep it right here with "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." And here's Bernie Mac.
Let's go, champ! Champ! be out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers. Yeah. Come on. I don't care if I ever back, so it's root for the champs. Champs. They gon' win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you out for the old ball game.
We got a problem up here. Tower 12, weather's moving it.
Heading up.
Do you have the right truck? Does your truck have a Duramax diesel? Does it have an Allison transmission? Silverado. It's the right truck from Chevy. The most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
With this computer, you can even edit and burn home movies on DVD.
That'll be great for the stuff we'll shoot on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, where are you going? Rafting.
That's it, Larry. Good job, buddy. Keep going, sweetie.
Where's Boo?
Did I mention you can edit stuff out?
That'd be good.
Thousands of possibilities. Get yours. Best Buy.
He relies on it. She relies on it. More and more people every day count on Verizon Wireless, the company that gives you America's largest, most reliable wireless network. And now you can also get unlimited night and weekend minutes to use coast to coast when on an America's Choice calling plan. Plus, get 2 Nokia phones for just $49.99 after mail-in rebates. So you can stay in touch with all the people you know. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Can you hear me now? Good. Dear Commissioner, Major League Baseball is great, but you know what would make it even more exciting? Instead of a warning track, how about a warning moat?
Here's a windup. He smacks a deep fly to center. Hayes is back to the moat.
He's wet.
Yeah, but did he hold on?
Well, that's the question.
He did.
Gator got him.
That's good fun.
The fans love it.
The League Championship Series on Fox, brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. Bottom of the 7th inning at Wrigley Field, and the Cubs with a 2-0 lead. Dontrell Willis on the relief of Carl Pavano. Willis came on with a runner at third and 2 men out in the 6th inning. On a ball 4 pitch to Eric Karros, was charged with a wild pitch, allowing Sammy Sosa to score the Cubs' 2nd run.
I think it's interesting what Dusty Baker's doing with Baco, the left-handed hitter. He has Damian Miller on the bench, but only has 2 catchers. Does not want a situation come up where he loses both of his catchers by pinch hitting for Baco here. He did pinch hit for the left-handed hitting Randall Simon with Eric Karros because Sosa was on third base, and that was a huge run at the time. He wanted to take the opportunity that Karros might drive Sosa in. He did via the pass ball on the walk.
Two to Baco. Line into center field, a base hit. Let's take a game break and send it back to Los Angeles. Here's Jeannie Zelasco.
And it's a postseason defensive highlight with Derek Jeter not sprawled out on the grass. But maybe this is more impressive. Kids try this at home. Perfection, execution, 2 hands, and the Yanks 1 win away from the World Series. Now here's how it all breaks down. If the Cubbies win tonight, then the Yankees and Red Sox play in prime time tomorrow on Fox. If the Marlins win, we start the day with the Yankees and Sox. Finish it up with Game 7 of the NLCS in prime time. It's tomorrow on Fox.
Mark Pryor trying to buck the runner over and pops it out of play. 0-1 to Pryor. He struck out twice. once trying to put down a bunt in the second inning. Struck out swinging leading off the fifth.
I think Mike Lowell should take a little bit more advantage of charging down third base. Pryor should be trying to bunt this ball to the right side. Can't get it down at all.
Pryor's father, Jerry, grew up in Chicago, attended Loyola Academy. He always provided the best baseball opportunities available for his son. Mark had a pitching coach, Jay Martyr, when he was 12 years old, and worked very closely with Tom House, a former major league pitcher and pitching coach, who pupiled, among others, Nolan Ryan and Randy Johnson. That one put down beautifully. Pryor will advance a runner. Tom House's son was on Pryor's Little League team when he was 15 years old. And a huge round of applause for Pryor, who struck up that relationship with House at the age of 16. Learned a great deal about biomechanics, physical preparation, nutrition, mental and emotional preparation. I mean, this guy was, for lack of a better word, bred to be in this position here tonight. You start working with guys like Tom House when you're 14 and 15 years old, a lot like Barry Zito with Randy Jones as a youngster. You're blessed to have that opportunity, and certainly both Zito and Pryor have made the most of it. 0-2 to Kenny Lofton.
And the desire to want to be better, to be great. Everything you have done, you want to get better and just be the best you can be. He definitely has that in him.
Trell wanted that fastball in the outside corner, didn't get the call.
Gone away already to Kenny Lofton, got the call, didn't get that one. It was a ball.
Lofton has had a fabulous postseason, taking high and away. Scored 8 runs, tying a league championship series record. He has 10 hits. And with runners in scoring position in this postseason, he's 5 of 8. Swing and a miss.
Here's a breaking ball. It's basically a slurve, but after those couple fastballs, he's committed to see the fastball at 90-91. He's out in front, waving at a slider slurve in the dirt.
Jack McKeon will summon the right-hander Chad Fox from the bullpen to face Mark Resolano.
Hi, guys. KFC.
Check this out.
Cool laptop. Cranium Kazoo. Hey, there's chicken in here.
It's too easy.
Finally, a kids meal that's fun for kids and moms. KFC's Kids Laptop Packs. Real chicken, a side dish, Mott's applesauce, fruit by the foot snack, and a Sierra Mist. Just $2.99.
Mom, did you?
The square meal in a fun box. Only at KFC.
What we don't have is a duck, or a deer, or a reptile to help you remember our name. What we do have is over $600 billion in assets. When it comes to your money, that seems infinitely more important. Insurance, loans, retirement. AIG. We know money.
E-server for music.
E-server for news.
E-server for science.
E-server for stews.
E-server has blades and it's stackable too.
You need more, you get more. It's all up to you. E-server can work with your software at hand.
E-server will give what you want on demand.
From heifers to hogs, there's no task too tough. They're smart, fast, and scalable, all that good stuff.
They're flexible, bendable, super reliable.
Utterly reliable.
Give them a triable.
IBM eServer X Series features the Intel Xeon processor.
Why does it matter who our parents are?
We are selling a lifestyle.
I don't give a damn if Goldman's enterprises appear to be legal or not. His father is the district attorney.
This has to stop.
Every politician needs a target.
The rich man's dead. What have I done?
You are just 6 days away from the new series critics are calling madly entertaining at every burning turn.
I just want to run away.
Skipped. Series premiere at 9/8 Central Monday on Fox.
Runner at second, 2 away. Cubs bat, bottom of the 7th inning. Gonzalez, a floater into center field, and a fall a hit. They will wave around Baco. 3-0 Chicago. Sammy. Strike one at the knee.
Cub hitters pretty successful on the first pitch they've seen from Chad Fox. Randall Simon hit a hanging slider out of the ballpark for a home run when he faced him down in Florida.
And that was a big, big home run in this series. That came in the 8th inning of Game 3 after the Florida Marlins had taken the lead in the bottom of the 7th inning, knocking out Kerry Wood. And then Simon gave the Cubs a 1-run lead with that 2-run home run off Fox. A game the Cubs wound up winning in 11 innings.
Gonzalez first pitch swinging, driving in Baco.
Got a play. Still 1-2 to Sosa. Sammy 2 hits tonight. Has knocked in a run and scored a run. He has 7 hits in the series and 22 at bats with 6 RBI. Line to the right. Cabrera coming on. It'll drop. And on to third goes Gonzalez.
Sammy just doing a great job of hitting up there, taking his shots to try to hit the ball out of the park with big swings early in the count, and then late in the count, going with the pitches away. Just trying to stay within himself and drive the ball to the opposite field. Nice shorter swings out of Sammy.
Sosa, who has had enormous success as a player, one of the game's all-time great sluggers, much like a long-time Chicago Cub, Ernie Banks, who hit over 500 home runs. Banks never had the chance to go to the World Series. And Sosa, his team 6 outs away from changing that in his career. Salou with runners on the corners and 2 away. Salou 2 hits tonight. Swing and a miss. Braden Looper begins to throw in the Florida bullpen. Talk about Ernie Banks. He played 19 seasons with the Cubs from 1953 to 1971. To Alou, taken high, and you consider the long and oftentimes losing history of the Cubs. Chicago had a winning record in only 6 of Ernie Banks' 19 seasons. They drew less than 1 million fans in each of his first 15 years. Up at Cabrera in right field, should end the inning, and it does. The Cubs score a run, and we go to the 8th, 3-0.
Now this is big.
Now's the best time to buy wireless phones and accessories during the big sale at Radio Shack.
It's so big, it's
the LG VX6000 camera phone. Take, send, and personalize pictures. Just $149.99 after a $50 Radio Shack mail-in rebate.
It doesn't get any bigger than this.
The big sale. Now at Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
I got a question for the folks at Radio Shack. Who's in charge of spelling around here?
Is a definite must for the entire family. Funny, inspiring, and always entertaining. Run, don't walk. This phenomenal film. Radio, inspired by a true story. Rated PG. Sneak preview Saturday. Opens everywhere October 24th.
Happy anniversary, honey.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
There's something I gotta do.
Oh, yeah? What?
I love this woman! I love her!
What are you doing? Stop!
Okay, then I guess this will have to do.
Oh, my God. I love this man. I love him. I love him. I love him.
Introducing the new full-size 305 horsepower Nissan Pathfinder Armada. It's got room for 8 people and all their stuff. It's a full-size SUV for your full-size adventures.
Ah, yes, the classic flavor of Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So rich, so smooth, so delightfully mild. Every bean, lovingly chosen, delicately roasted, meticulously brewed. For 50 years, it has remained a tradition of unsurpassed delightfulness. Yes, indeed.
Fox Monday, a sexy American cowboy with a fake American fortune, is going to take the women of Europe for a little ride.
He's estimated to be worth about $80 million.
Would Fox lie to a group of innocent foreign women who've never heard of Joe Millionaire? Oui.
Now to the best part, he's rich.
The next Joe Millionaire, an international affair. At 8/7 Central, Fox Monday.
39,577 at Wrigley Field in Chicago for Game 6 of this National League Championship Series. On this October the 14th, 2003. It was on this date in 1908, 95 years ago today, that the Cubs defeated the Detroit Tigers 2-0 to wrap up their second straight World Series championship. With a victory tonight, as they said, he did not offer at the pitch. The Cubs would return to the World Series with a chance to win their first world title since this day, 1908. Takes outside. The Cubs won their second straight World Series in 1908. Both titles came at the hands of the Detroit Tigers. The Cubs of that era had the famous double play combination, Tinker to Evers to Chance. A pitching staff led by Mordecai Three Finger Brown won 29 games that year. In the air at Alou. One away. And it is interesting to note that in those days, the Cubs did not play here at Wrigley Field. They played at the West Side grounds. Our game summary brought to you by Nissan. Pavano, solid tonight for Jack McKeon's team. Allowed 2 runs in 5 2/3. Pryor has been, well, he's been Mark Pryor. Sosa knocked in the game's first run. 12-0. The Cubs have outscored the Marlins in the opening inning in this series. And the Marlins beginning to run out of outs against Mark Pryor. They're down to their final 5. Two and 0. Four of the 5 Marlin wins they've had in this postseason have been in come-from-behind fashion. Two and 1 to walk the year. Field line, a little giving chase, but about 5 rows out of play. Still 2 and 2. That's a fair ball down the left field line off the bat of Pierre. Will make the turn and coast into second base with a 1-out double.
Pryor just has to continue to obviously do what he's doing, but it's in some respect when you only have a 1-run lead as he had up until the last couple innings, the wiggle room was less. So the focus and attention and aggressiveness and concentration, all the things that a pitcher needs to do to be good, might falter a little. I'm not saying he's doing that, but this guy you mentioned earlier about his breeding, you know, he gets it mentally, and that to me today, athletes in general are physically stronger and they're intellectually stronger. He's got the mental discipline, which is to be strong enough to not allow the exterior distractions to get into his task and focus. Stay on your task and think small.
Strike 1 to Luis Castillo.
His trigger is the same. Selection, location, target, with aggressive behavior, throw it. That's it. Don't think about all of the other stuff that's going around.
One away, a ball and a strike to Castillo, trying to get aboard. And trying to get the tying run to come to the plate.
This is maybe the one time in the series where they don't care about Pierre at second base right now at all. Pryor could mentally bear down now and get the job done and just soon have him not score. But with the 3-run lead, he means not much in the whole scope of things if he can get out of this inning without giving up just the 1 run.
Even a whiff of activity down in that Chicago Cubs bullpen. Pryor averaged more pitches per start than any pitcher in the major leagues this season. This will be 110 on the night for Pryor. And it's 3-2.
Of course, just 116 pitches in his first start of this series. previous to that, he had 3 straight starts of over 130.
He hasn't shown any reason to have any activity. Stuff's the same.
Foul out of play. Castillo making him work.
Al, you talked about the pitch that you throw in this situation that you have the most confidence in throwing a strike. And that's what you have to do right here to Castillo, don't you? I mean, he's not going to hurt you with the long ball most likely. All 6 of his home runs are from the right side. But the guy on deck can, and if he does and Castillo's on, that's a tie ball game. Got to go after Castillo and make him put the ball in play.
3-2. Again fouled away. A 7-pitch at bat thus far for Castillo. And now Kyle Farnsworth will go to the bullpen mound and start to get loose. And couldn't get it, and he's livid with a fan.
We've seen this happen here before. That's awfully close to fan interference right there. The umpire's all over it. The umpire right down there, Mike Everett's on the play. If Alou has to reach into the stands, it's fair game for the fans to catch the ball. If the fan reaches out over the field, then it can be ruled fan interference. That is very, very close.
And that's a Cub fan who tried to make that catch.
Why?
And it's ball 4 to Castillo. The pitch gets away from Baco, and advancing on to third is Pierre. So now the tying run will come to the plate for the Florida Marlins here in the top of the 8th inning, in the form of Ivan Rodriguez, who has 2 home runs in the series, 3 homers in the postseason, and 14 runs batted in.
There you see it again. There's a couple fans in there reaching out there to try to catch the ball. That's just a little kid right there. You can't really fault to any of them, really. But here in Wrigley, when the opposing team hits a home run, they throw the ball back onto the field. I'm surprised someone hasn't thrown that fan onto the field.
I think he's going to be scared to leave this place.
Looked to me like at least one of them down there trying to catch that foul ball was a youngster. And I don't know about you, Al, but if I'm a 10 or 12-year-old kid at Game 6 of a Cub game and the ball comes into my area, I'm trying to catch it. You know, it's a foul ball.
Lou thought he was going to make the play, and it certainly looked like he had a chance. Well, that's all for naught now. The tying run is at the plate.
That could be huge.
Whoa, Pryor got away with a hanger right there, and Rodriguez must have been looking for it because he jumped all over it and hooked it foul. Rodriguez in this series in the postseason, a .500 batter with runners in scoring position.
We've seen him cheat and look inside every once in a while when he wants to hit a home run. He's hit both of his home runs to left field. Gets most of his hits to right field, but that could work against him right. They were trying to go away from him, and that ball hung inside. He may have thought they were trying to go in there. They really weren't.
A fastball right by him. 0-2. Into left field, a base hit by Rodriguez. He is delivered again. Pierre scores to make it a 3-1 ball game. The tying run is aboard, and the go-ahead run is coming to the plate. And decision time now for Dusty Baker. Does he give the ball to Kyle Farnsworth in the bullpen, or does he leave Pryor out there on the mound?
Another breaking ball right there. There's not nearly as much break on the breaking balls in this inning as we have seen earlier in the ball game. Both of the breaking balls that he threw to Rodriguez hung. That one got hit for a base hit.
Miguel Cabrera is 0 for 3. He homered off Pryor, his first start of this series in Game 2. Ground ball in the hole is short, and bobbled by Gonzalez, and everybody's safe. They weren't going to turn the double play. They certainly would have gotten the force out at second base. An error on Alex Gonzalez.
Looks like Gonzalez is trying to just make this play a little too quickly. This is an easy play. You're just going to second to get one out. Hit right off the heel of his glove.
Derek Lee, he's 0 for 3. He's 3 for 25 in this series. But again, to repeat, Pryor's gotten the best of him tonight. But Lee had 2 hits, including a home run on Pryor in Game 2. Hammered down the left field line, and the game will be tied up. Scoring is Castillo. Scoring is Rodriguez. It's a 3-3 game as the frustration ends for Derek Lee.
I was just going to say that Derek Lee has been dangerously close to catching up with one of those fastballs that Pryor has been throwing. He got one on the inner half right there, and he did catch up with it. Inner half, running in on his hands, but not enough. This is a tough ball to keep fair if you're hitting. Lee did a great job of dropping the bat head through and quickly through the zone.
What a turn of events.
Go, boys, go!
5 straight hitters reached. The Marlins have tied the game. Pryor out of the game.
I received this wedding gift from my husband's aunt, but I don't need a monkey lamp. I was extremely torn. I didn't know whether I should just keep the lamp or return it and risk hurting her feelings. So I asked myself, what would Jared do?
I would return a lamp. She really just wants you to be happy. Then I'd get a red wine vinaigrette club.
So, where's the lamp?
The Red Wine Vinaigrette Club from Subway. Eat fresh.
You know, some interesting facts about Delaware, guys. It was the first state to ratify the Constitution. Thank you, forefathers. Man, am I glad we wrote that thing up. Each article, I mean, we'll cover all the articles, but North Carolina. Horse population of 220,000. A lot of hoofs, too, almost 1 million. A lot of hay. What is hay, exactly? Is it wheat? I dated a girl named Georgia. Had to break
For when you need it most, our longest-lasting Energizer Max ever.
After that, I told myself,
Do you have the bunny
I am
inside?
not dating girls named after states.
Either going to be a singer, a dancer, an actress, a ASPCA agent, a veterinarian, or stop. That's it.
She's going to be a teacher, a singer, or a lawyer. She talks a lot.
What? I don't want to be a lawyer.
But you talk a lot, so you could be good at it.
Ow, stop.
Let's see, I bought yellow pencils, yellow Post-it notes, yellow boxers,
$14.
Land courier, air courier, pedicure, reader.
$137.
2 printers, 2 scanners, 2 tutus.
$540. Keeping business expenses separate from personal expenses? Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Apply online for the MasterCard.
Kyle Farnsworth has come into the game for Dusty Baker after the Florida Marlins scored 3 times to tie this game. And it's safe to say that every Cub fan has to be wondering right now, is the curse of the Billy Goat alive and well? 2 bizarre plays have occurred in this inning, which have helped the Marlins tie this game up at 3. There's ball 4 to Mike Lowell. We start on the pop fly down the third base line a moment ago.
Very close play as far as being interference. Mike Everett is the third base or the left field umpire who is right on top of that call. And then the bouncer to Gonzalez at short. Just one play going to second to get the out there, and he didn't make it. And during that intentional walk there to Conine, you could have heard a pin drop in this place.
Go-ahead run stands at third. And Jeff Conine, the batter. In the air, right field. Plenty deep enough, you would assume, to get Cabrera home. Sosa to catch. The throw will come to the plate, and the Marlins have taken a 4-3 lead on a sac fly RBI off the bat of Jeff Conine. You cannot say enough about this Florida Marlin team. Have they gotten a couple of breaks in this inning? Absolutely. But the difference between winning teams and losing teams are those that take advantage of breaks when they get them. Silence here at Wrigley Field in Chicago.
They are stunned, Tommy.
And now the intentional pass will go to the pinch hitter Todd Hollinsworth. Well, we were talking about it just a short while ago. Eerie how similar this game had been played out to that Game 5 of the 1984 National League Championship Series. The decisive game in that series, Rick Sutcliffe, the best pitcher in all the National League, cruising along with a 3-0 lead. The San Diego Padres scored a couple of runs. They got the break they needed on the ground ball that went through the legs of Leon Durham. They scored 4 more times to win the game and win the series. Mordecai led off this inning with a fly ball to Alou in left field. He'll bat for the second time in the 8th. What has been a 4-run Marlins 8th, and they're loaded with 2 away. Breaking ball in the dirt, 1-0 to Mordecai. Blows a book on Pryor. 4 runs, 3 of the 4 runs earned in his 7 1/3 inning.
Mordecai may be up there taking a strike in this situation. Not a big, tall guy. Farnsworth has trouble throwing strikes at times.
We'll get Urbina ready in the Florida Marlins bullpen. And he will come on to pitch. Hollinsworth came to the plate a moment ago for Chad Fox. Lee, Lowell, and Hollinsworth aboard. Breaking ball again, down and away. It's hard to believe a guy like Farnsworth has been brought into this game. He is the ultimate power pitcher, yet breaking ball after breaking ball with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the inning.
Although Mike Mordecai, I don't know about 100 miles an hour, but he's always been a very good fastball hitter. And he pumps the ball. He doesn't drive. He's not looking to hit a home run. Good fastball hitter.
That ball hammered into left center field. On the run, Alou. On the run is Lofton, and it's off the ivy. 3 runs are going to score on a double by Mordecai. A 7-run Florida 8th inning. And this crowd at Wrigley Field stunned in disbelief. You just said it, Al. Mordecai, a good fastball hitter. He got one and hammered it.
I said about poking it. He obviously drives it, but he's always been a very good fastball hitter, meaning poked, gap-to-gap type hitter.
And all he did is work the count to get to his fastball. Think he's happy? I mean, it's a guy's a situation where he just waited for the fastball and jumped all over it.
So the change will be made. Pudge and company celebrating a 7-run 8.
The vaunted Imperial Walkers do have a weakness. Slice open their gut, and you'll bring them to their knees. Be smart. Be victorious.
Rebel Strike, rated T.
A swarm of TIE fighters can be a deadly nuisance, but if you lead your shots, you'll squash those little womp rats like the vermin they are. Be smart. Be victorious.
Rebel Strike, rated T.
Got some big NFL appetites heading your way? Looks like you need the NFL deal from Pizza Hut and Pepsi. Order any large specialty pizza at regular price and you get a medium one-topping pizza and a 2-liter of Pepsi for just $1.99 more. A Pizza Hut pizza and a Pepsi. Gather around the good stuff.
Ted? Hey man, remember how Ted was talking about his new acting job, but he was a little, hazy on the details?
Right up here, baby.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Pickle Boy.
I'm so glad I got to see this.
Happy to help.
Picture mail that talks from Sprint. At Sprint stores, choose from a wide selection of picture phones starting at $99.99. Share it when it happens.
For name brand lighting, you'll feel right at home at Lowe's.
I'm looking for a light for my foyer.
And it's got to be special.
Exactly.
Lowe's has the brand names, styles, and finishes.
Like that.
The kind you'd expect at a lighting showroom, including the Kitzler line, even ceiling fans. And Lowe's has low prices every day, guaranteed. That's our promise.
Wow, that must have blown your budget.
Nope.
Lowe's, improving home improvement.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
7 runs scored by the Florida Marlins, still batting here in the top of the 8th inning. They have stormed back after trailing 3-0 when this inning began. Mike Remlinger now on the pitch, and Juan Pierre the batter. Lined into right field, a base hit. They're going to wave around Mordecai. He will score. It is an 8-run Florida 8th inning. Brought it up. The Florida Marlins in their 5 postseason wins this season, 4 of the 5 they've come from behind to win. As you look at the numbers on Remlinger so far in this postseason, the Cub bullpen has not pitched well as a group in this series. They've had good games at various times by different pitchers, but by and large they have struggled. 0-1 to Luis Castillo. 8 runs, the most runs scored in any inning in the postseason by a Florida Marlins team. You may be saying, no kidding. Well, in Game 3 of the '97 World Series, Al Leiter certainly remembers a 7-run 9th inning to outslug the Indians 14-11. Without sounding overly dramatic here, you certainly hope and pray for the safety of those fans down the left field line that are taking a lot of heat from the fans down that way about a possible interference of Moises Alou catching that pop fly in the stand. I think it's safe to say the fan did something, Steve, that any normal person would react in such a way. And it's certainly, we're walking a fine line now, but you know, a fan's getting out of control and doing something that they shouldn't do. Meaning taken out on those fans sitting down there in the left field corner. They're thinking that it's, you know, somebody down there's fault that the Marlins have scored 8 runs in this inning.
There are very few fans that come to a ball game where they see a ball coming towards them no matter where they're sitting and wouldn't react and try to catch it. It's part of the reason why you come to the game.
popped up down the first base line, and Gonzalez out to get it. And that'll end the inning. The Florida Marlins take advantage of a couple of strange plays and a big error to score 8 runs in the inning.
The Matrix Reloaded. Buy it now on DVD. Reload with special features that show how the Matrix phenomenon came to life. Action!
Upgrades.
The Matrix Reloaded. Buy it now on DVD.
Cash or credit? Oh, hey, Yahoo. Oh, making me dizzy. Oh, Bank One. British Airways?
Bank One.
Top of the morning to you. I'm not really British. I sound like it, don't I? Borders. Let me guess. Bank One. Bank One. Bank One. Hey, Helen, another Bank One.
Hundreds of leading names, one you.
This is so you.
Find the card that fits you best.
Cute dog. Oh, you two have the same eyes.
Individual answers. Bank One.
Introducing the new full-size Nissan Pathfinder Armada. With room for 8, who will you bring?
Gina, check this out. I'm sitting next to your new boyfriend. Don't you just love your new boyfriend?
I do love him.
As long as you're happy.
Picture mail that talks from Sprint. At Sprint stores, choose from a wide selection of picture phones starting at $99.99. Share it when it happens.
The League Championship Series on Fox, brought to you by Nissan and your Nissan dealer. By Sprint, proudly offering picture mail and PCS Vision picture phones. By Pepsi Complete, just one, and heartburn's done. And by Bank One, find the credit card that fits you best. Individual answers, Bank One. An 8-run Florida Marlin 8th inning. And the Cubs come to bat in the bottom half of the inning, trailing by 5. Luguenther Bina takes over on the mound for Jack McKeon. It's in there. Strike one to Aramis Ramirez. That is the second 8-run inning this year by the Florida Marlins in well over 1,000 innings of play. Swung on and fouled back out of play, and talk about a time to do it for the second time.
This situation now becomes very good for the Florida Marlins as far as the way they close this game down. They've been almost closer by committee between the two guys, Urbina and Looper. Now McKeon has the opportunity to have either or, and right now Urbina in the 8th.
Fouled away by Ramirez. He's 1 for 3 in a game.
We're talking about this whole series about the importance of Pierre and Castillo to this lineup. Pierre double, Castillo walk. Set the whole table. What a great 1-2 punch.
Now you know better than anybody. You know, a lot of times after the game is over, a pitcher will be asked about the pitch you allowed, the double to Derek Lee, say in the inning, that knocked in a couple of runs. You'll be asked about, you know, the 2-run single you allowed. But oftentimes it's a walk with maybe one man on and one man out in an inning. And I'm sure the at-bat that Pryor might most like to have back is the walk to Castillo.
Yep. That was after the foul ball down the line that Moises Alou was unable to make the play on into the stands. A lot of times people will complain too. You'll throw a 2-2 pitch to a guy that you think is a strike, But then you throw the 3-2 pitch down the middle, and the guy hits it 9 miles, but that's the one you want to complain about. Why don't you get the guy out on that next one?
Swing and a miss, and gone is Ramirez to open the Cub 8th inning. In a lot of ways, it's no different than what we saw with Gonzalez committing the year. I mean, after that pop fly ball down the left field line, as you said, Steve, Pryor walked Castillo. He then allowed an RBI single to Rodriguez. The error by Alex Gonzalez. The 2-1 double by Lee. That was all for Pryor. An intentional walk, sac fly RBI, intentional walk, 3-run double and a single.
And
so the Cub pitchers had a lot of chances to get out of that inning.
And it all happened within like a minute or two. If you think about the play down the line with Mo in the stands, you had a curveball for a single, first pitch to Cabrera, E6, first pitch to Lee, double. It all happened within a minute, too.
Lee was the guy that scared me the most in that inning as far as coming to the plate with men on, because it looked to me like he was getting closer and closer to timing Pryor's fastball. And he got a first pitch fastball and hammered it.
Fly ball short left field. Conine runs it down quickly, 2 away here in the Cub 8th inning. Time to take a look at our results to our Sprint virtual manager question. You logged on and logged in. Who has the best starting staff among the 4 teams left? Surprise, surprise, the Cubbies.
Jeez, not even close. They love to vote.
Alex Gonzalez pops it up. Short center field. Castillo out to get it, and the Cubs are gone 1-2-3 against Urbina in the 8th. We head for the 9th. Marlins in front, 8-3.
Well, that's the last of it. The original rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and introducing the new full-size Pathfinder Armada. Two Pathfinders, countless adventures.
When you care about your car, you want to keep it protected. No one understands that like your State Farm agent.
We live where you live.
That's why more people insure their cars with State Farm than anyone else, because we care about you the way you care about your car.
When Taco Bell first created the Zesty Chicken Bowl, we thought we'd freshly prepare them right at your table. We still freshly prepare them, just not at your table. The Zesty Chicken Bowl, grilled all white meat chicken, seasoned rice, cheese, crisp lettuce, and fiesta salsa. Made right when you order it, so it tastes even better. For fresh made taste, think outside the bun.
I just want to feel clear, wide open.
I want to re-enter the world.
I just want the pressure to leave.
I want to feel like myself again.
I want my head back.
Introducing new Tylenol Sinus Severe Congestion.
I was stuck. Now I'm unstuck.
It relieves congestion, pressure, and has Tylenol for pain, so it relieves more symptoms than even the leading sinus prescription.
I'm back in the land of the living.
No more singing the blues.
New Tylenol Sinus Severe Congestion.
Gone.
New Dentine Fire. Ruby red shell outside, intensely cinnamon inside. It sizzles. It's cinnamon. It's new Dentine Fire. Spark something.
Still a huge crowd out on Waveland Avenue beyond the left field wall here at Wrigley Field. They were ready to celebrate a trip to the World Series. They still have a chance, though we go to the 9th inning and the Cubs trail by 5. The former Florida Marlin, Antonio Alfonseca, takes over on the mound. Ramon Martinez takes over at short for Alex Gonzalez. Rodriguez lines one into left center, one pitch and one out.
You know, the feeling of this crowd and the way they're stunned right now. You talked about the '84 game, Tom. That the Cubs were involved in with the San Diego Padres and how the Padres came back and beat them 3 straight. It reminds me very much of the '86 World Series. The ball went through Bill Buckner's legs and the Red Sox ended up losing that ball game. But what a lot of people forget is that that was game 6. The Red Sox did have a chance to come back and win game 7. But it was almost so mentally crushing they couldn't come back. You would hope that the same feelings don't linger around a Cubs ball club that has a chance to come back and win game 7, and you certainly have a momentum builder for the Florida Marlins if they hang on and win this one.
Grounded and through the hole into left field, a base hit for Miguel Cabrera. He reached on the air by Alex Gonzalez in that 8-run 8th inning. Carl Pavano, just an excellent effort tonight. A surprise starter in game 6, filling in place of Brad Penny. And a long night, or a long 8th inning, I should say, for that Cub fan among many, many others here tonight. Ground down to 3rd. They get 1 and they get 2 to end the inning. The Cubs have lost 67 consecutive games trailing after 8. They'll try and change that as they bat him in 9th in game 6.
Let's see, I bought yellow pencils, yellow post-it notes, yellow boxers, $14. Land Career, Air Career, Pedicure, Reader. $137. 2 printers, 2 scanners, 2 tutus. $540. Keeping business expenses separate from personal expenses? Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Apply online for the MasterCard business card.
A truck like this isn't built in a factory. It's built in the farms and fields, concrete streets and construction sites that map the landscape of an entire country. Because when Ford builds the new F-150, there are promises to keep. And only one truck earned the right to be the next F-150. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Standing on the corner, watching all the guys go by. Standing on the corner, giving all the guys the eye.
Old Navy painter's pants at a price that really turns heads, starting at just $20 for men.
Whether you won't find it tough for their painters. Old Navy painters' pants go by.
George of the Jungle is back to groom his heir, not comb his hair. Now George must swing into action to save his son from the low-down, lecherous loser Lyle.
This constant stream of annoying alliteration is annoying!
And they say humans are more evolved.
George of the Jungle 2. Watch out for that sequel. Own it on Disney DVD and video. George of the Jungle, Tuesday, October 21st.
Marie Callender made her chicken pot pie with tender white meat chicken and a golden flaky crust made from scratch. And we're still making it Marie's way. Marie Callender's chicken pot pie, made with the care of Marie.
Some long faces here at Wrigley Field in Chicago after the Florida Marlins scored 8 runs in the top of the 8th inning. They come from behind against Mark Pryor and the Cub bullpen. Juan Encarnacion takes over in right field. Urbina still on the mound, trying to nail it down and send us to game 7. And the game 7 matchup would be the same matchup we saw in game 3. that 11-inning marathon at Pro Player Stadium, and the Cubs beat the Marlins 5-4. Kerry Wood left the game in the 7th inning after giving up 2 big runs in that game and was trailing 3-2 to Mark Redden, who allowed 2 runs in 6 2/3 innings. 0-2 to Paul Bacco.
I think it should be noted, people should know that the Cubs organization here did the right and smart thing by escorting that fan in question on that foul pop-up down the line with a bunch of security members and led him out of the ballpark so that nothing bad would happen to him.
Well, you know what, guys, we were talking about it in between innings. I mean, here's a young man that came to the ballpark here tonight, clearly a huge Cub fan, listening to the game on radio, hoping to see something that hasn't happened to this franchise in 58 years. Came here excited, rooting on his team, and one freak split-second play as it's strike 3 to Bacco. You can only hope and pray. And again, some out there may say, the guy's being sappy. You know what? You only hope when that young man goes to work tomorrow, goes home to his family tonight, that people are going to understand the position that he was in and by no means blame him for anything that happened in that inning. It's not his fault.
Oh, it's not only not his fault, but same advice that my father used to give me when I used to complain that the umpires used to beat us all the time. That he said, the umpires will never beat you. Might not help you occasionally, make some bad calls here and there, but you will always have opportunities in the game in order to win a ball game. And that play right there didn't help the Cubs, but it did not beat them.
Fly ball into right field. Encarnacion is there, and the Cubs are down to their final out. The coordinating producer of Major League Baseball on Fox is Michael Weissman. Tonight's game produced by Jeff Gowen, directed by Jim Lynch. Our associate producer is Carol Langley McDermott, the associate director Larry Lancaster, and our broadcast associate Kevin Dresser. Thanks to our technical producer Craig Marlowe. The pregame show produced by Gary Lang, directed by Bob Levy, coordinating producer Scott Ackerson. Studio technical supervisor is Jack Simmons. The senior producer of Fox Sports is Bill Brown. And the executive producers at Fox Sports are Ed Gorn and David Hill. And thanks as always in the booth for the work of Mark Wagner. Popped up in the foul ground. Mike Lowell with room. And we are going to a 7th game in this National League Championship Series in stunning fashion. The Florida Marlins score 8 runs in the 8th inning and beat Mark Pryor and the Cubs 8-3. Psycho, you said it before the game. The pressure was on the Marlins tonight, and you believe it falls squarely on the shoulders of the Chicago Cubs in Game 7.
Now, there is no doubt about that with an organization who hasn't won a World Series for 95 years, hasn't been to one since 1945. They were now expected to get there. Up 3-2 in this series with their best pitcher going. They've got an outstanding guy going tomorrow in Kerry Wood, but there is some serious pressure on his shoulders tomorrow night.
I think the 3 of us sitting up here in the booth, along with nearly 40,000 in the crowd, cannot believe in a lot of ways what we just saw happen.
I think Al said it the best when he said it happened so quickly.
And a loss like that for the Cubs, it's demoralizing. That wasn't just a clean loss. The boost that Marlin team is feeling right now is absolutely going to flow over for tomorrow. The swing is totally gone to the Marlins.
Let's send it downstairs to Josh Lewin.
Derek Lee had been 3 for 25 in this series before the big hit. Tell me about the big hit, Derek, and what a load off it must have been.
Oh, man, it seems like every time I'm up, I got someone in scoring position. I'm able to get the big hit. And, I just want to pick my teammates up one time, and tonight I got a big hit, and it felt good.
Seemed like you were close, though. You were on a couple of Mark Pryor pitches earlier in the game.
Yeah, I haven't felt bad the last few days, hitting some balls hard right at people. But, just before that at bat, my hitting coach told me to keep swinging the way I had been, and it worked out.
The Luis Castillo at bat, he worked to walk, set up all the magic in the 8th inning. The top of the order continues to shine for you guys.
Yeah, those two guys at the top, Pierre and Castillo, they're our catalysts. When those guys are getting on, we're tough. And tonight, Pierre had a big game. Louis had a huge at bat. It was about 10 or 12 pitches, and that set the tone for the big inning.
All right, now Game 7, Kerry Wood. Tell me about what you're thinking.
This is what it's all about, man. You know, comes down to Game 7. You got two great pitchers going tomorrow. It's going to be a great battle. You know, they don't give up. We don't give up. So it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow.
Congratulations on the double. Thanks, Derek.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Derek Lee got it done. The Fightin' Fish fight on. Tommy, back to you.
Josh Lewin, thank you very much. So, the Cubs had a 3-1 lead in this best of 7. Josh Beckett took care of business with a complete Game 2 hit shutout. Tonight, the Marlins bats come alive in the 8th inning and rally to beat Mark Pryor and send it to Game 7 tomorrow night. For more information on tonight's game and the latest information on Major League Baseball, go to foxsports.com. For Steve Lyons, Al Leiter, Josh Lewin, and our entire crew, I'm Tom Brenneman saying thanks so much for being with us from Chicago. Jeannie Zelasco and Kevin Kennedy will be along from Los Angeles in just a moment. The Marlins win at 8-3. We'll see you tomorrow night.